Give me some peace of mind again. Cause I've been walking up and floating off the edge. Just darling, I think I need the rain, so I can feel something, I only feel the pain. So let me hold you till the end, cause I've been holding on to all the words that you said. And if I fall down, I get up again, cause I've been holding on to all the words that you said. All the words that you said.
What's up, boys? We're live. Sorry, we delayed it 30 minutes. Don't ask why. But we're here. We're live. We're thriving, as always. Sorry I missed last night's stream. My internet was down the whole night, so I was like waiting. I was like, because it was like, I don't know if you guys have ever had Xfinity, bro. And I'm sitting here, and they're like, yeah, dude, it'll be solved by 1 a.m. So I'm like, all right, dude, I'll go live like 1:50, 1:30. Then like 1 a.m. it's like, it'll be done by 2:15. I'm like, okay, I'll whatever. I've streamed at 2:15 before. So then wait till like 2:15, then it's like 3:15 or 3. I'm like, whatever, dude. It's like at that point, I like basically gave up. So that's why we did not stream last night. But it wasn't due to like lack of trying. So we're at that point. So that's that. But at this point, we're just gonna talk quickly. We're gonna talk about all the general like NBA news that happened over the last day. Shams was just tweeting. He was on a spree the last 24 hours. So if you're watching back, if you're not watching this live, I will put a timestamp down in the comments below. If you're like, I don't want to listen to like NBA stuff, I'm here for jazz only. Timestamp in the comments below if you want to like listen to when I start talking about jazz only. But yeah, we are going to go over all the NBA stuff because I figured, I mean, it affects us, obviously. So we'll do that. And then yeah, obviously there's Nurk news, if you can tell. But yeah, we'll go over all this stuff one by one. There's a lot more than you would want there to be. But it all affects the Jazz in its own sense. The Charlotte Hornets are trading domestic violence. I mean, Miles Bridges, a 2029 first round pick, and a 2027 second round pick to the Suns for Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal, and a 2023 first rounder. Phoenix is so dumb, dude. So dumb. I don't get it. First off, like, congrats, Charlotte. You got that fucking idiot off your team. Like, win. And you got a 2033 unprotected first from Phoenix. Win. And you got Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal, who are, like, proven playoff role players. Win. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, I know Miles Bridges was, like, entertaining, and, like, I'm sure Charlotte Hornet fans were like, oh, he's gonna be fun to watch, but, like, I don't give a shit. F him, is my opinion. Like, Carter Hart could be the greatest goaltender in the world. I still wouldn't want him on my team, you know? So I don't... Congrats, he's not on your team, Charlotte, and you got two great role players to put around Con and Brandon Miller. Like, I don't know, I love it. I love it for Charlotte. I hate it for Phoenix. In fact, what is the contract of Miles Bridges? That's important. Miles Bridges... what's it called? Contract. AAV, specifically AAV. 25 mil a year for that piece of shit, dude? No. No way. That's funny. Congrats, Phoenix. Enjoy him. We're going to get really wholesome Walker Kessler, maybe. Well, we're going to talk about that later. For like 6 to 8 million more than that. Like, no, thank you. In fact, we'll get to the Nurkic bit. You know, if we're talking about price tags, holy shit, dude. Miles Bridges for that? No, thank you. Oh, and he's 28, dude. He's in his prime, dude. How nice. Perfect. Next news, dude. Holy shit. The Raptors and the Clippers are in discussions to acquire or to send Kawhi Leonard back to Toronto. I don't know how that's going to work out. We can watch this clip from Shams, but like, I don't know.
A lot of talk about LeBron James and his future in LA, but there's another superstar in LA who maybe there's some questions, maybe there's some news about. Who is it and where are we talking here?
Gary, this is a developing story here. The Clippers and the Raptors are seriously engaged in trade talks surrounding Kawhi Leonard going back to the Six, going back to Toronto. Ooh. At the crux of this is the Clippers are moving in a younger direction, and Kawhi has 1 year left on his deal at about $50 million. And my understanding is Toronto is the only place he would commit to on a long-term extension if traded outside of Los Angeles. This gives him a ton of leverage in the marketplace. We know when he got traded from the Spurs to the Raptors back in 2018, he said, listen, I'm only going to play 1 year and 1 year only, and then I'm out. Yeah. And that's exactly what happened. He led them to a championship. Mm-hmm. He won Finals MVP that year in 2019. Then he spent the last 6-7 years with the Clippers. These conversations will continue all day today, potentially throughout the rest of the week, and we'll see if a deal comes to fruition.
See if a deal comes to fruition. Oh no, we're going to have to scroll all the way back down, dude. Press that button and it scrolls to the top. That's funny. Suns GM said tanking and blowing it up for lose. John said, I see. Suns GM said tanking and blowing it up is for losers. Lol, while we have DP and once Book leaves, they're done. By the way, what's up, Zach? Let's go, Ty. What's up, dude? Also, I clearly need to fix my fucking chat box here. 1 second. That's way too big. That's a way too big, dude. Let's go to like that. What would that look like? Does that look any different? You'll have to type. But like, I turned the font down. That was way too big. Yeah, dude. Fucking. Also, it wasn't their GM. It was their owner, dude. It was Matt Ishbia. Their owner was like, blowing it up and tanking is so dumb. It's so unethical. Like he was the one owner that was like, it was like Bobby Marks at ESPN and Matt Ishbia. They were like, tanking, get rid of him, dude. Like it was just like so dumb. Yeah, it was the owner, dude. It was fucking Matt Ishbia. And so it's like, yeah, dude. He's like, you should be trying to win hard every year. Basically, you should be getting the 19th pick as many times as you humanly can. Like that's what he said. So it was really, really dumb, I thought. If they were like a huge market, if they're like the Lakers or something, I'd be like, cool. Like if you want to play that game, play that game. You got infinite resources, do it. But like, you're Phoenix, bro. You're Salt Lake Bahadur. Like I don't get it, dude. It's whatever. I'm dumb. Obviously. It's a bigger population, way bigger city. But you know what I mean. How much more luxurious is it? Oh, that's a way better font size. There we go. Way better. Yeah, dude, I don't know why he thinks that. He's like, let's, like, in the 2033 unprotected from Phoenix, again, like, that's, how bad is Phoenix going to be in 2033? Whatever. It's a different topic, dude. We can move on. We can talk about fucking Kawhi to the Raptors. Like, that's so weird, bro. Like, the only place he'd re-up is Toronto? Like, what's the taxes in Toronto? Is it great? Like, I mean, probably better in California. Shit, dude. I don't know. Not much better in Utah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not much better in Utah. Phoenix sucks. If it was Tucson, dude, I'd consider. Yeah, dude, Kawhi re-upping in Toronto only makes no sense to me, but like their roster, I guess they do need like a dynamic 3. Right? Because Scotty really only plays the 4. I mean, Scotty can play the 3. I mean, Scotty and Kawhi would interchange. Whoever's who, basically. But I would think the Clippers would want Scotty in a Kawhi. I don't know. I haven't looked in like Toronto's assets and what they have to give up. But like if they don't have any trade assets, I imagine Scotty's got to be on the table. Next, Fred VanVleet is opting into his $25 million deal. No way, dude. After like destroying your kneecap, bro? No way. You're opting into your $25 million guaranteed? Good choice. Good choice, Fred. Love it. Love it for you and Rich Paul. James Harden's declining $42.3 million and sides are working on a new multi-year deal. I would love it if they're like, James, just decline it and we'll give you a bigger deal. And then he declines and they're like, F you, buddy. Enjoy free agency. Like, that'd be amazing, dude. Ugh. Calling it now. Boston is trading JB to the... Okay, I was like, that doesn't make sense. Boston is trading JP to the Blazers, and Celtics believe they can turn Scoot into something. I mean, that would make the most sense just because Portland has so many goddamn guards now. Look, we're going to get into it. We're going to scroll up and we're going to get to that. But, like, dude. Yeah, we'll get to it, Ty. We'll get there. Shit. Let's see. Kings, dude. Zach LaVine is opting into his $49 million player option. No way, dude. You're opting into your $50 million deal. Congrats. Like, that's a very smart option as well. Good job, Rich Paul. You're 2 for 2, brother. You're 2 for 2. Tell Adele I said hi. Shit, I don't know. Is he still dating Adele? I don't. I'm late to shit. Oh, dude, this is personal for the boys. A 9-year NBA veteran, Malik Beasley, has been indicted on federal charges for gambling related to a sports betting scheme, such as point shaving and prop bets. His attorney, Steve Haney, tells ESPN the government is coordinating a voluntary surrender of Beasley this week. Boom! Sharpshooter Malik Beasley, one of the greatest shooters in Jazz history, is now being indicted for gambling. So we got Karl Malone, John Stockton, and Malik Beasley, and Rudy Gobert's COVID shit. So go us. Ugh. Fucking amazing. Dude, I love Malik Beasley. Yeah. Same, dude. The shimmy, dude. When he was on our team, I was like, this guy's the GOAT. And then he was off our team, and I'm like, this guy's the GOAT. And now I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know how to feel, dude. I don't support gambling really in general. I'm on board with like prize picks and like general like fantasy based prop bets, but like hardcore gambling I'm not really a fan of. I think you can like really lose a lot of money doing that kind of stuff. But then like also betting on like your own games is fucking insane. So I like, even if it's for like 10 cents, you're like, I'm gonna put 5 cents down and double it into 10. Like, I don't give a fuck, dude. That's crazy. Crazy. Dude, I love Malik Beasley. Bro, the shimmy was tough, but I also such a pause. I saw your twin today? Dude! No way! You saw my twin? What's like, let me pull him out, dude. I love that guy, dude. I fucking love... Oh, I love that guy, dude. Oh my god, dude. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, that's a beautiful picture, dude. Oh, that's great. You saw my twin? You saw him? Where was he? Texas? Idris Elba was in Texas? That's insane. That's fucking crazy, Jade. Did you like get his autograph or something? Like, I love it. I love his autograph. All right, dude. Next up. Golden State forward Draymond Green is declining his $27.7 million player option to become a free agent, sources tell ESPN. This move gives the Warriors flexibility to pursue LeBron James in free agency and Anthony Davis via trade to make a big four. Oh, that's so dumb. That's definitely not who she saw. I'm pretty sure if she's talking, it's either him or Ed Sheeran. So, congrats on meeting one of the two of them. I don't know. One of the two of them, very clearly. Yeah, dude. So, I don't know. Let's see. Opt-out comes days after the Warriors say they expect Green to pick whatever. With the Wizards and convince James to join Steph Curry, Green, and his old Lakers championship. What would they have to offer for fucking Davis, though, dude? That's the question. The internet's gonna explode if LBJ and Curry team up. I will love it, dude. Oh my god. Like, talk about a what is it called? A league pass team to watch, dude. Bro. The Olympics all over again. It's just gonna be LeBron, like, throw it to the corner. Steph's gonna catch it, run around, do a run, jump, throw it between his legs. LeBron's like, yeah, and he's gonna, dude, it's gonna be amazing. That was like the most dumb little kid reenactment ever, but like, dude, so funny. Jazz? I'm not worried about that at all, Jade. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Shut up, Jade. Doesn't matter who's in our way. We're better. Yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch LeBron and Steph and gang if that happens, but like, mark my words. Jazz in 5. That's how I feel about it. So, Toronto Raptors big man Sandro Mamukelishvili. You proud of me for saying that right, dude? Y'all proud of me? That was pretty good. Is declining his $2.8 million option to become a free agent. Who's paying Mamu more than 2.8? What? Like, that's backup. I mean, it's not backup center money once we talk about it in a minute, but like that's like Namias Keita money, and I would take Namias Keita over him, right? Namias Keita contract AAV. Yeah, like that's about where I'd put him, dude. He's making 2-3. Whatever, dude. You do you, Mamo. Let's see. Jazz never beating the Thunder. Nah, excuse me. Excuse me? No, I disagree. Very much, I disagree. They are a Shea Gilgeous-Alexander injury away from their world crumbling. Just crumbling. Like, what would Chet and Jay Will do against our squad? Oh, you want to flip it? You want to flip it in reverse? What happens if Jazz get injured? Okay, Lowry gets hurt. I don't think it changes anything. Okay, let's take it. Let's Jaren gets hurt instead. I think maybe Thunder would win that matchup. It'd be closer. I think for sure. Yeah, I think if you take Jaren and Walker out, just like size-wise, they'd be able to dominate. But I think if you take one of any of the other three guys away, whether that's Keontae, Ace, Lowry, whatever, I think we'd be all right. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, dude. I think we're a better complete team than them, is what I'm getting at. Their bench is shit. Not shit. It's fucking sick. Their bench is amazing. Opposite of shit. Like, they're going to have to start paying dudes. So, like, maybe that is more accurate for, like, this upcoming season. But, like, year by year, it's going to be like, oh, no. How are they going to compete? And then that's going to happen to us in, like, 5 years. It's going to be like, oh, no. So, that's how the NBA works, dude. It's all about parity right now, guys. It's who can stay on top the longest, dude. It's capture the flag. That's what we're playing. It's no more dynasties. Let's see. If the refs let us play, we'll win. I love Nurk coming back. We'll get to that, Ty. We'll get there. We're scrolling. Let's see. Lowry to the 4 is, which is his preferred. Ace at the 3. We're such a deep team. Yeah, what about Jaren then? Dang, the Jazz were really supposed to take Boozer. No, we were not, dude. What do you mean? No, we were not. I disagree. Darren's better than Shea. He doesn't need to foul bait, dude. Preach, brother. Preach. You said if Jaren gets hurt. Oh, yeah. I was kind of saying, like, everybody gets hurt, man. Yeah, so I'm saying, yeah, if Jaren gets hurt, then it's like, Larry to the 4. Lisa, yeah, so it's like, there's no... We're a better rotational team than they are, I think. You take Chet out, it's like, okay. Hartenstein, but, like, who's next in their lineup? I mean, I'm dumb. They got Mara now. What the fuck am I talking about? They just drafted a day Mara. So, yeah, I'm forgetting about them. So they're a little more deep than I remember, because their whole front court was my whole worry there. But now that I'm remembering they got Mara, and they got Thomas Sorber coming back, never mind, bro. I take it back. Fuck OKC. They're going to fuck us, dude. We're done. There's nothing we can do against OKC. It's not that extreme, but, like, maybe. It's going to be close. Shea doesn't need to foul bait either. Yeah, he doesn't. He does, yes. Yeah. Then why does he do it? He's so sorry. Yeah, well, then why does he do it? I love Shea. I think he's a stud, but, like, I think there's a reason he's MVP. He's a solid argument if we're counting him as a point guard, that he's already a top, like, 5 to 10 point guard all time, but saying he doesn't foul bait or, like, I was like, you take his fouls out. I mean, how many? I don't know. I'd have to do the math, but I would assume he probably averages like an extra 3 points a game just because of like unnecessary fouls. If you count like all his typical fouls, he's probably fine to be sitting like 28 to 30 points a game, but like, bro. Let's see. He'd still be great without free throws. That's just a plus. Yeah, he would be great without free throws. He'd be getting like 26 to 27 a game, which is really good. But like Lowry does that. So I don't know how much he'd be talked about. I'm sure his true shooting percentage and fucking field goal percentage, and obviously like assists and passing. So he's gonna be an all-around better player. But like if we're talking about strictly points, I think if you take the foul baiting away, I don't know if he is like a significantly higher scorer than most of these guys. We'll get ready to learn. We'll get ready to learn Darren Peterson. He'll be a top 10 player. Worst version of Darius Garland. Ew, seriously, people forget how good Lowry is. Oh. Worst version of Darius Garland made me throw up. Disgusting. That was disgusting. Yeah, get ready to learn Darren Peterson. Top 10 player, dude. Top 5 player, dude. MVP candidate in 4 years. 1 year. 7 years. I don't fucking know, dude. He's gonna get it, though. Darren Peterson, MVP candidate. Yeah, seriously, people forget how good Lowry is. They forget, dude. Or Lowry. I say it wrong. Lowry, dude. People forget how good Lowry is, dude. He's unreal. He's unreal. The boogeyman. Dude, I'll address that later, dude. I've got to address that. People were getting mad in the comments, bro. People were getting spicy with me, dude. Bucket Jones. I don't like Bucket Jones. That's literally, I think it's the worst nickname, dude. Lowry's a bum. Okay. Alright, dude. Mods, can you ban her, bro? Can you get her out of here? Time her out? I don't know, dude. What is this? Mountain Mamba, dude. I like Mountain Mamba, dude. I think it's growing on me for sure. Okay, we'll scroll up. This is big for us. Or not this one. From Josh, me not, mine not. Whatever. Nets are signing Day'Ron Sharpe to a $20 million deal. 2-year, $10 million deal a year for Day'Ron Sharpe. Seems like the Walker Kessler market's drying up, boys. So they got the Julius Randle contract. Now they got Day'Ron Sharpe. Now I feel like that's kind of a steal. I feel like he could have made more, frankly. But absolute steal, dude. Man, right now, Jazz need Marcus Smart. We'll get into that too, dude. We'll get into that. Next. DeAndre Ayton's opting into his $8.1 million player option, which I think is smart on his end, but like, it doesn't really affect the Lakers going after Kessler, I don't think, as much as some of these other deals would be, but I don't know. Jazz should trade for DeMar DeRozan. Yeah, and I should just like decide to go to heaven. Like, that don't make sense to me at all. I don't want 48-year-old DeMar DeRozan to steal every mid-range shot available for Darren Peterson and Keontae. Like, no thanks. Unless DeMar wants to, like, somehow waive his contract and sign, like, the vet minimum and be our third string. Like, no thank you. I don't want anything to do with DeMar DeRozan. We need vets. Nope, that's her fave player. She's just yapping. I thought Donovan was her favorite player. What are we getting at here? She's just a bandwagon, dude, at this point. That's what we're realizing. Yeah, dude, I don't, like, if this was 8 years ago, no, he's not, it's done, that's what I thought. If this was 8 years ago, and this was DeMar DeRozan, I'd be like, we're getting, like, Toronto Raptors, DeMar DeRozan? I'd be pumped. But no, not at this point. Even worse, Donovan's trash. Oh, yeah, Donovan sucks. Not really, you guys know my opinion. He's a good dude. I wish him nothing but the best. Him and Coco Jones. Live your life, but running around a golf course really irked me, dude. Was not a fan of that. Was not a fan. Donovan about to be forgotten about so fast. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man, dude. Darren Peterson is about to... I'm kidding, guys. I hope everybody's aware, like, how satirical I am when I'm just like, Darren Peterson's gonna be amazing. Like, he could suck, dude. I don't know. But I like playing the game that he's going to be amazing. We've got the next second greatest player of all time. Victor, Shea, and Darren Peterson. It's going to be those three running the league. I love saying that. Not going to happen, but I know AJ exists, okay? I know AJ exists. So yeah, DeAndre Ayton situation doesn't really dry up anything for Walker Kessler with the Lakers, I don't think. And Walker's with CAA, I believe. And I think CAA is like really known for being like, yo, get on the Lakers, dog. It's like them and then Clutch. It's like those two are like, Lakers, come get my boy. So I don't know. Let's see. Donovan and Shea. Lame, dude. So lame. It's a lame two favorite people to love. I get it. If you're like, if we're talking about like who's the most attractive NBA players, I think Donovan and Shea are a great two to pick. Great option, Jade. But like, if we're talking about like people you want to watch, maybe Donovan makes sense. He's entertaining to watch. Like, Shea's not a fun watch, I don't feel like. He's like, if I was a basketball player, he's a fun scout. He's a fun, like, but like as an NBA fan, I'm not putting on League Pass to be like, let's watch Shea Gilgeous-Alexander go to the line 9 times tonight. Like, I don't, doesn't intrigue me. I don't know. Might be more of a bust than Cody. Oh, that kills me. What do you mean? If Darren becomes Cody, I'll cry. But it doesn't matter, because if Darren Peterson absolutely busts and is the worst player, if he's worse than Anthony Bennett, we still have a dominant squad to roll into the playoffs next year. So, like, I'm not worried about it. How to focus. I'm not worried about it, frankly. That's how good of a team we are. We don't need that. We're not relying on Darren Peterson being great, which is what's going to make him great. The pressure's not there. The development is there. The foundation's there. fucking zen is there. Perfect, dude. Perfect. And there's no nightclubs and shit for him to turn into Ja Morant. Like, we're chilling, dude. We're so good. Thank you. It's amazing. Let's see. Y'all just be going. I gotta read all this. Might be more robust Cody. Isn't his brother one of his agents? Of who? Walker. Yeah, one of his. I forget his. Houston Kessler is one of his agents. Yeah. Donovan in the playoffs is a terrible watch. That is true. Horrible watch. I mean, it's fun when it comes to like, this guy's dropping 40 tonight. Sick, but like when it comes to, you know, ball movement or, you know, defense, you know, unless it's a guy that's Jalen Brunson's size, which even then he struggles. So like, but like most of the NBA does struggle against Jalen Brunson, so knock on him. But so yeah, Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs is not. He's not a coach's dream, unless you're playing against him. Then matchup-wise, I'm sure it is. But no, knock, dude. I'm just shitting on Donovan here at this point. He's a great player, great dude, but I've never believed, and don't think I'll ever believe, that he can be a 1A on a championship team. I think he can be a 1A on a Eastern Conference Finals team. Hell yeah, he can. Yes, for real, preach. Yeah, that's just the opinion, dude. Get mad at me if you want, Jade. Everybody else, like, I'm not worried about it, frankly. I'm not afraid. Every clutch shot he takes is a brick, too. Not a winner. He's not a 1A. Yeah, he's... I view him very similarly to the fact that I view, like, Kyrie Irving. Do you think Kyrie, at any point in his career, could have been the 1A on a championship team? No. But on that 2016 championship team, he hit the shot. So it made him the best second man of all time. I think Donovan can do that shit. Like, Dwayne Wade? Dwayne Wade with Shaq? Sick. Dwayne Wade with LeBron? Sick. Like, there's no knock on Donovan. I just don't think he can be LeBron or Kobe or... And, like, to be fair, Kobe wasn't even that until they got Powell, and then he was like, all right, build a solid team around Kobe specifically. So, like, unless you build a really, really, really good team around Donovan, even then, I'm like, I don't know. Stop hating. It's not hating, it's just facts. It's not even hating or facts, it's just opinion. Like, I'm not hating. As I keep saying, I like Donovan. Donovan's a great guy, but, like... Jay, do you think he can be a 1A on a championship team? Do you truly believe that? Because he couldn't do it in Utah with the best defensive player in the NBA in his prime. Given Rudy sucks at perimeter defense. But then he goes to Cleveland, has Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, James Harden, like Darius Garland at times, still couldn't do it. Like, what does he need? What does he need? He needs the Utah Jazz right now. If we had, like, if he was in Darren Peterson's position, like if it was supplement Darren for Donovan, oh, he might be able to be the 1A, and we dominate. But, like, he needs some trees around him, brother. He needs some trees. Let's see. He's not even Brunson. He called Utah the most racist state. Ugh. You, Jade. He'd make us worse. Yeah, I mean, that... I don't want to make this like a political race thing, but, like, damn straight, Ty. He called us, like... I think maybe... How do you put it? How do I put it? I think if you were to, like, grab any white people, like, all white people in America, and be like, who's the most racist? I think majority of them would come, like, from the South still. Like, Mississippi, Virginia, Alabama. Like, those kind of white people are still super racist. It's like, it's not even like racism in Utah. It's just like, it's like such a cultural difference where it's like, I don't even like, how do I put it? Like, it's like, I don't know. It's such a weird, it's a different thing. It's not racism. It's just like, it's more like judging. Let's put it that way. It's like judging. It's like the same way like LDS people can, in a way, sometimes judge non-LDS members, which also goes both ways. Like, non-LDS members will judge LDS people. It's like, it's a two-way street, but like, it's kind of more that. It's not like, I hate you because of your skin color. It's more just like, I don't understand why you're talking like that or why you think that, so, like, I'm going to judge you for it. Like, that's more so, I think, what it is. Which, I understand. Like, I wouldn't want to be playing for a team that was like that either. But, like, I think if it's just, like, there's white people, if that's your only worry, if it's not, like, Because like, I think generally, like, especially in like Salt Lake, I don't know about like the outskirts of Utah. Like, I know a little bit, but like Salt Lake specifically, pretty good with that kind of stuff nowadays. So I would think at this point, with the internet era where people sit at home and play video games or stream or do it like Jaren Jackson Jr., all that kind of stuff, they're not like going out and partying. I don't think it should be a problem living in Utah. So I think if you are living in Utah and there is a problem and you're not white, it's probably because it's a bunch of white people. Like Donovan said, it was like, once he got to Cleveland, he was like, I'm excited to be around people that look like me. I can't remember the exact quote. Ty, I'm sure you can quote it. But so I was like, I don't know. Like, me being a ginger redheaded boy from Utah, you could send me to like, I don't know. I don't want to like generalize. Like, what's a really high population? Like, what's a low? Where's a city, an NBA city where white people are like the minority? I don't want to generalize. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? But like one of those cities, send me there. I wouldn't be like, oh no, dude, there's no redheads here. There's no white people. Like, I'd be like, this is sick, dude. Fucking like, take me to like the barber shop or whatever. Like, I don't know. I'd be so down. Like, learn, teach me your culture. Like, I'd be so down. There's so much of like with Donovan, as you said, where it's like there isn't. I don't think there's like a. There's like not a like I want to, and to be fair, white people have no culture. We put salt on something and consider that seasoning. So like I understand there's like not a lot to learn here. And like if you're not religious, Utah's not great. But like the outdoor shit, I understand it's like such a cop out. Be like, we have mountains, or like, but it's like it's kind of true. Like, and then if you're talking about state tax, it's like Utah's pretty low state tax kind of stuff. It's not, I don't know, it's like 4.5% last I checked or something. It's like, I don't know. The only problem I think an NBA player would not want to play here, which is, again, we're off topic here, with the NBA, like, or the athletic poll is showing it's going down year by year kind of stuff. Like if you're willing to play in Oklahoma City, you should be down to play here, frankly. Like, I don't know. If you're willing to play in Seattle in a couple of years, Utah should be fine. Minnesota, Utah should be okay. I don't know. Here we go. I gotta roll. Sorry, boys. Thank you, Jade. He'd make us worse. But you guys are making it seem like he's some bum when he really is great. He just needs some other star with him. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, you're right. He does need another star with him. A 1A. A superstar. A top 5 player in the world. That's what he needs. He's the 15th or 12th best player in the world. It's amazing. It's not a lot. It's not often when like a 12 to 20 player leads a team to a championship. It's not common. And when it does happen, you need like 2 of those guys. So, I don't know. No, he's definitely not great. The greats win rings and get to the finals. Yeah, I'm more focused on getting to the finals rather than winning rings. I think winning rings is obviously a big factor, but like what era as well? Like if you look at like all the top players of every era, like it goes down how many how many rings they win. Like freaking Bill Russell, Kareem, freaking Magic, then Jordan, then like it all kind of like tapers down. In fact, Magic only won 5, right? I don't know. And the Bird won. How many Bird win? 4 or 5? I'm gonna be really dumb here. I'm like really dumb. Larry Bird championships. I'm sorry, I don't know shit. Pre 1999. I don't know. Championships. How many is it? 3? Yeah, and I knew it was around 3, 4, 5. But like in general, it's harder to win rings more and more and more. Like now, fucking Jokic has 2 or 1. He's 1, and he's the greatest center like in my life, other than Shaq. But like, you know what I mean? Okay, so Luka, Westbrook, Dame, Harden were never great because they don't have a ring, is what you're saying? No, I disagree 100% there. Luke is great because he took his team to the finals in whatever it was, and he's been All NBA 5 years in a row, his first 5 years, whatever it was. So no question about Luka being great. I have no debate there. And he's also been like runner-up or top 3 in MVP voting for like 3 years in a row or something. So shout out Luka. Westbrook made it to the finals in 2012. So 0 complaints there. 0. And then in general, like his OKC run post Kevin Durant was phenomenal. So 0 worry about him. Dame, there's a little bit more of an argument, but he's also the top, in my opinion, top 3 shooter of all time. Sorry, Reggie and Ray Allen. I apologize. But yeah, so Dame has a case, obviously, and he's been, if we're being fun here, he's won the 3-point competition like 3 times or some shit, whatever it was. So Dame's a stud there. And then Harden fucking sucks. So, F you, James Harden. That's my opinion. I'm lying. If I take my bias out of it, my bias is, if you didn't know, he went to Arizona State. So, any Arizona State player in general, I'm not a fan. Like Lou Dort, F you, Lou Dort, but if you're on my team, I'll love you. Just like, so I'll take my bias out of it. James Harden is a, like, elite offensive producer. He might be a top 3 offensive producer of all time. Like, it's him, Kevin Durant, Chef Curry. Like, I don't know who else, like, produces at the numbers that they produce, but no, Harden's unreal. He won that MVP for a reason. He probably should have won another one. So, I don't disagree with you at all, Jade. I think they're all great. Milwaukee, LOL. Oh, you're talking about, yeah, Milwaukee, dude. That is a very, very, very low white population in Milwaukee, for sure. Pfizer Forum, dude. Those seats are just full of, like, anybody with melanin, they're in those seats, dude. No white people in Pfizer Forum. That's funny. LOL, LOL. It's more of the eye test for me. Watching Donovan is so hard to watch. He doesn't make his teammates better. He's on the floor to get his. That's simple. I agree until, like, it gets really important. Then he's like, oh no! I gotta get my teammates involved! Oh shit! We're down by 7! Like, it's like a panic kind of moment for him. It's not like... Given I have not watched a lot of him really with Cleveland and specifically with Kenny Atkinson, like, at all. If I'm being specific. So, I don't know how he really runs that offense. I mean, I saw him in the playoffs. I did watch some of the playoff games. But he's always, to me, especially in the Jazz jersey and stuff, is like, in the first, second, third quarter, he's just like, I'm scoring, give me the ball. Like, unless there's, like, somebody obviously open in the corner, he'll make the right play. But, like, his first thought was, like, get to the rim, score. So, and then again, the fourth quarter, he'd be like, oh no! We're down by 17, and coach is getting mad at me for missing 4 layups in a row. Like, so that's kind of how he operated. I always thought. But that's my opinion, Donovan. I don't know. You hate me because I'm a white guy in Salt Lake. So, I don't know. What you do, man. There's no control, I guess. Yeah. There's none. Good ramble sesh, boys. Back to NBA news. I love at the beginning of the stream, I was like, I'll put a timestamp down below for when I finish talking about the NBA stuff. And they're going to go down. And it's going to be like fucking an hour and 20 minutes. It's going to be so funny. That's great. That's so funny. Well, yeah, that's great. Let's see. Toronto are opting into Trace Jackson Davis's 2.4. Yeah, good for him. I don't know if he'd be able to make more than 2.4. So good for him getting that, I guess. Miami Heat forward Andrew Wiggins intends to sign a 3-year, $64 million contract to stay with the franchise. What? Wait. 64? What's 60? Fucking, I can do this on my phone. Why am I doing this here? Fucking quick math, bro. I should do this in my head. I'm so dumb, dude. Fucking 21.3 mil a year? Oh my fuck, bro. Nah, dude. Nah, dude, not my vibe. That's not my vibe. I'm not on board. Let's see, that's what happens when T-Talk joins lives. -4 viewers, though, dude. That's what we go, -4. Let's go, dude. It gets me rambling, dude. Whenever I ramble, just people are like, this guy, bro. He's off topic. This is a Jazz thumbnail and a Jazz stream and a Jazz description. Why are you talking about Andrew Wiggins and Donovan Mitchell for 20 minutes? I apologize, okay? I'm here to be entertaining more than anything. Like, and also, how much Jazz shit can I talk about for an hour every day? Come on, guys. Be realistic. Be realistic. Oh, 14 a minute. Oh, yeah, you're right. No, you're right. But that's what it is, dude. But we'll get to the Jazz stuff. I promise, dude. We'll get there. We're working our way up. Yeah, would not be paying 21-1 to my boy Wiggs, frankly, at this point in his career. But hey, dude, one-time NBA All-Star, Andrew Wiggins. Shout out to you, dude. And he almost won Finals MVP. If it wasn't Steph, it was gonna be him. So, congrats, Wiggs. Make him bank. Former #1 overall pick. Don't you forget it. One of the greatest Kansas scorers of all time. Former number one overall pick, Andrew Wiggins. One-time NBA All-Star. Finals MVP runner-up. Jesus Christ. Let's see. Lakers guard Marcus Smart has declined his $5.4 million option and will become a free agent. I mean, that helps us if we want to get him, but I don't know if we can get him for whatever it would be. I don't know, bro. Yeah, here's a little bit about Draymond Green opting out, bro. Scumbag Green.
What more can you tell us about the Warriors, Draymond, and everything that happened this afternoon?
Matt, the Warriors in the last several days formulated a grand plan of putting together a big four of Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, Anthony Davis, and
Jasmine! What's up, Spencer? How are you, my boy? I hope you're having a lovely night. You've caught us 40 minutes in, and I said that I was going to not ramble about the NBA for too long, and that we get into the Jazz shit, and we're 40 minutes in, so... and we're halfway through the NBA shit, so... if you couldn't tell, we've been rambling, Spencer, so I'm glad you're here. Join the party, dude.
LeBron James. But in order to do that, they needed the flexibility of Draymond Green opting out of his contract, $27.7 million opt-out. There was an expectation in the last week, several weeks, that Draymond Green would be opting in, but he's now opting out. And so AD and LeBron James would have to be a package deal in order to come to Golden State and team up with Green and Steph Curry. And in this sequencing of events, Draymond Green would opt out, as he did, to take a multi-year deal at less than $27 million a year. AD would require a trade of Jimmy Butler and draft capital, and then that would mean LeBron James potentially at the mid-level exception. This is a maneuvering, a sequencing of events that takes several days. It takes a process, obviously. Joe Lacob has captured the biggest names in league history. We saw with that Kevin Durant-led team when they got KD. And so now they are trying to do something big here again, and it started with Draymond Green opting out today.
I'm not impressed by it, dude. Not even a little bit. Dude, our division is gonna be the toughest in the NBA for real. Fucking dude, don't even tell me. Cause what is our division? I always forget. It's us, Minnesota, Portland, and Oklahoma City. I think. I don't know. NBA divisions. I want to say that's what it is, right? No, fucking. No, what do you mean? Give me division. Yeah, Pacific Division. Yeah, bro, fucking. What do you mean? Okay, here we are. We are with. Oh, what the fuck? That's our division? What is this? Huh? That's not. Okay, that's not correct. Timeout. Timeout, boys. You guys can tell me if you know. I should know this, dude. I'm really, really dumb. NBA divisions, dude. Here we go. Fucking Western Conference. Where are we? That is our division? What the fuck, dude? Sacramento, Memphis, Dallas, and New Orleans? What? Oh, no, that's the seeds. Okay, what is going on? No, show me divisions, dog. Yeah, okay. I was so confused. You guys were like, this guy's a fucking idiot. No, we got to. We got to, guys. Let's see. Okay, us, Portland, Minnesota, Denver, Oklahoma. Okay, I was missing Denver. Okay. But yeah, I pretty much had it. Minnesota, Portland, Denver. So, I don't know. 5 playoff teams. Let's see. Nah, we'll get to the Portland bit of it all, but I don't think so, brother. I'm glad you're thinking that way, Spencer. I'm glad you're on board, but no. Not happening, bro. Not happening. We'll get to that, though. We will get to that. But yeah, Anthony Davis and LeBron going to the Lakers doesn't scare me. It entertains me. I find it very fun, but I'd still rather my team. I just at this point, like obviously if this was 2015 or 2018, I'd be like, oh my god, they got Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, but no. At this point in their career, I'm not too worried about it. If they trade Scoot for Jaylen Brown, though, we can get into that too, Spencer. It's a discussion. We'll have it. Tommy Bryant, dude. Signs of 1 year to return to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yeah, but how much was it, dude? How much was the deal? Whatever. Brad Beal, he declined his 5.6. So, dude, bro, maybe we go sign Brad Beal, dude. Is that the move, guys? Do we go get Brad Beal to teach the next version, but better version of Brad Beal? I don't hate it. Kings traded Devin Carter and a future second to the Hawks. I don't know what else they gave up there. But that's too bad because Devin Carter was like the 13th pick. What was it, last year? The year before? And I liked him. I thought he was going to end up being a decent player. I thought he had like the wingspan, the measurements to be a decent player. But now they're offloading him with a second. So I don't know what they gave up. But it's too bad. Then here's the big news of the day. Ja Morant to the Portland Trailblazers, dude. I'm not impressed. It'll be cool. I don't know if that's specifically the city we want to be sending John Morant to, but he was also in Memphis, so I don't know if it's any worse than where he was. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of like the same reason that I probably would not send fucking Jaden Ivey to the Jazz. Like, I don't know if sending that religious of a man to the religious capital of fucking of the NBA teams, if that would make sense. So I don't know if sending John Morant to the place where they're like breaking shit, whatever it was. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm not that political, but I just think headline, it doesn't make like great sense to send there. And also like their coaching staff, like what are they gonna? I don't know, dude. It's all interesting. I know Mike Williams. Fun fact: Mike Williams, Jazz assistant, he signed to be the lead assistant at Portland. I think it was today or yesterday. So maybe he can do something with Ja. But I just think I think headline wise, locationally, it's really funny that he's going to Portland. But maybe it's a decent fit with him and Dame. I don't know. Again, it's a whole situation where one needs the ball in his hand and the other guy needs the ball in his hand, and the other guy needs the ball in his hand. So it's like I don't know. Blazers robbed Grizzlies though. I don't disagree with that. Obviously I didn't said it here, but John Morant to the Blazers for Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray, which I don't hate because Jeremy Grant's like 31 or 32 years old. And Chris Murray is not his brother. I mean, which sucks. That sucks, dude, because they're identical twins. It's not like the Cam Boozer and Caden Boozer situation where it's like, duh, Cam's better. He's a fucking foot taller and 80 pounds more. But like, no, dude, like Chris is like the same as Keegan, so it's too bad. So maybe Grizzly, like they're really good at developing players. So maybe Chris Murray can like figure that shit out in Memphis. I'm on board, but they also just took Richie Saunders, so like I'd rather Richie Saunders get the minutes. But whatever. And yeah, Jeremy Grant. So it was a fleece for sure. For the Blazers, but I wouldn't re-sign John Morant in Portland. That's what I think this is more of a like, this will be fun for the next like year or two. Let's try to make the playoffs, see what happens. And then whenever the fuck his contract runs out, like trade him 6 months before for like a second. Like that's what I would do. That's my pro tip for Blazers. I don't think this is a long-term decision by any means, dude. Got Ja for a baked potato. Yeah, no, for sure. There's no argument with that. It's just I don't see the fit. I don't see the long-term decision there. But whatever, man. If you're trying to sell tickets, dude, Dame and Ja is one hell. Dame and John. That's the dude from Shark Tank, dude. Dame and John, right? Dame and Ja. That's funny. Chemistry could mess them up by their ceiling was definitely raised. Yes, for sure. For sure, I agree with that. I think Jazz will be better, but they are solid. Frankly, I'm not impressed by Portland. Dame, Denny, Klingon, and Ja. Jazz in 5. That's gonna be my. I'm gonna say that with everybody, unless they're Oklahoma City or San Antonio. Jazz in 5. Like I don't care. Oh, does Minnesota scare me, dude? They got LaMelo and Ant and Gobert. Jazz in 5. But if it's OKC in 6. If it's the Thunder, or if it's the Spurs in 6 or 7. Like I'm not gonna come out here and be like, we're gonna make the Western Finals, or we're gonna make no. But if we're playing any of those other teams in the first round, Jazz in 5, dog. That's how I feel. Come back to this in a year, dude. I don't know. That's how I feel. Let's see, Kuminga, dude. They're declining the $24.3 million on Kuminga. I don't know if that's like an idea to like re-sign him, kind of situation like what happened with Trae Young. I don't know. But for the Jazz, we're not getting in on the Kuminga sweepstakes, right, guys? We don't want anything to do with that, do we? Because I do not want nothing to do with it. Shamet, dude, free agent. Guard Landry Shamet intends to sign a 4-year deal, $24 million, to return to the Knicks. Thank God. People were saying to go get Landry Shamet with our like MLE or something. Like, no. I want nothing to do with Landry Shamet. In fact, it'd be way less than an MLE, obviously. But You know what I mean, dude? Like, I want nothing to do with Landry Shamet. He's a cool, like, role player. Look at that price tag and look at Svi Mikhailuk's price tag. I'd rather have Svi Mikhailuk. So, I don't know, man. Congrats on the Knicks. I don't think it's an overpay by any means. I just wouldn't pay it. Oklahoma City Thunder are picking up forward Lou Dort's $17.7 million player option. No. Why? Why, dude? I wouldn't have wanted to pay him that much anyways, but it makes sense. Obviously, they traded all their boys away the last like week, so they're like making room for that. But like, come on, bro. He would have been sick if we could get him for like Nurk money, which we'll get to, but it would have been nice. Julian Champagny, my bad, intends to sign a 3-year, $45 million deal, dude. What are we talking about, bro? We'll get to the Nurk deal, dude, but would you rather have Justin Champagny for, again, we'll do the math, dude. Again, I'm so bad at math. So bad at math, dude. For 15 mil, dude? Would you rather have Champagny for 15 mil or whatever I'm going to get to in a minute with Nurk? Yo, let's go, Nurk. Him and Ace together were really fun to watch, especially if Ace gets benched. They would be nice PNR duo to back up the starters. Hell yeah, Manny. We will, or Manic. My bad. It's Manic, dude. Right? Yeah, Manic Mahdi. Yeah, that's what it was. Manic, we're going to talk about that. We're gonna get there. We're 50 minutes in, but we have not got to the Nurk shit yet. But, yeah. We will get there, dude. Blake. Oh, yeah, my bad, dude. Blake. I'm dumb, dude. Blake, my boy. But yeah. Champagny for $15 million a year compared to what we got Nurk for. Crazy overpay. Crazy overpay. Let's see. Here we are, dude. The deal of the night. Yusef Nurkic signs a 2-year, $22 million deal with the Utah Jazz. Breaking news. Fucking highway robbery, boys? What are we... Hello? If you guys have been, like, watching the whole year, everybody's like, Nurk is sick. And then they had, like, triple doubles. Like, Nurk is sick. And then everybody's like, oh, no. We're not going to be able to get him for anything less than, like, 15 million. It'll probably be, like, 12 to 20 million was what people thought. We got him for 11! So either the whole market was like, nah, we don't want Nurkic, or he was down to be like, I'll take a pay cut, dude. I'll come play in Utah. I'm on board, dude. So, I don't know what the whole prerogative was for him, if that's actually the whole thing, is like, I want to stay with Will Hardy in Utah. I don't know, but whatever. I gotta tune out. We'll definitely be rewatching. Have a good rest of the night. Have a good night, Spencer. I appreciate you. Thanks for jumping in, dude. Oh shit, my bad. I'm working, but I'll be in and out listening. Love from Australia. Go Jazz. Love you, Blake. Let's go Australia, dude. I don't know what time it is in Australia right now. Probably 3 or some shit. Something like that. 3 p.m. That's only what it is that every time we look. But yeah, dude, 11 million for Nurk is just an unbelievable deal. So we will take it. Yeah, like if we need Walker back, and this helps us, I think, with Walker. A lot of people were like, "Oh no, dude, they just re-signed Nurkic, dude. They're not gonna get Walker Kessler back now." I think this is the exact opposite. We just got Nurkic on a deal. We've got an extra couple million to spend on Walker now, is how I feel. Like, okay, all right, Walk. We wanted to pay you 27 to 30. You want 31? Fine, dude. We can afford it now. Nurk's head pay cut. Like, so I think it's the opposite. I think most people are like, oh no, dude. He's gonna be our starting center. Nah, he's a really good. Oh, sub, dude. I appreciate you, FH4.3.23. I think you're a bot. I don't know, but I appreciate you, dude. Nah, dude. Like, it just, he's a good, like, what's the word? Worst case scenario, like, backup plan. You know, like, if we can't get Walker, then it's like, it's nice. We've got somebody who knows the system, who can rebound for Jaren. Like, he's a good backup plan. But him off the bench for Walker? Unreal, dude. Him and Filipowski coming in for those guys. And Ace Bailey, dude. What a life. What a life we live, boys, huh? But yeah, dude. Shout out Nurkic. Welcome back, dude. Him, like, doing staggered pick and rolls off, like, him, or staggered screens, I mean, like, generally with him and Lowry or that kind of stuff would be so sick. like with Darren. Darren's gonna have so much free space in the mid range, just do whatever the fuck he wants. Like, oh, you're gonna give me 4 feet? Sick, dude. Like that's gonna be him every night. So shout out to Nurkic. I do hope we find a way to rotate him in with Darren and the young guards in general, because Nurkic has like historically been good with young guards. So if we do something like that, that'd be really fun. But yeah, that's the Nurkic bit of it. Obviously, John Morant going to Portland, blah 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 blah. Kevin Huerter signed a new deal with Portland, or not Portland, with the Pistons. So $27 million 3-year deal. Like I don't know, good deal for both sides. I think I don't have any problem there. Let's see. He was like Jokic out there without the offensive numbers. Also played against Wemby really well. Yeah, he was really good against Wemby. We do forget about that. So, and Jaren plays really good against Wemby. So having him and Jaren together in certain lineups would be really sick, I'd like to think, with the guards running around him. So, good point there, Blake. Good point. I don't disagree. Porzingis has agreed to a 2-year, $40 million extension with Golden State, dude. Porzingis isn't worth $20 million a year, is he, guys? Let me know. I don't think that's what I would be paying Porzingis, but they also need front depth. So, like, also, like, why are we paying Porzingis 20 if we're also going for LeBron and Anthony Davis? I don't know, but like, also a lineup of that would be filthy. Steph at the 1, fucking who at the 2? Who am I thinking at the 2? LeBron at the 3, 80 at the 4, Kristaps at the 5. Who'd be paying the 2 in that offense? Who am I thinking of here? Podziemski, dude? Is Podziemski the starting 2? That'd be funny. I don't know. It'd be a sick lineup if Golden State could get it going, but I don't know, bro. Harrison Barnes is signing a 1-year, $8 million deal to stay in San Antonio. That's just veteran leadership. But he's going to be playing more in San Antonio than like Kevin Love would in Utah. So if we can get Kevin Love for like significantly less than that, I'd like it. But if he's being like, dude, I want Harrison Barnes money. Bye, Kevin. Have fun in LA. I don't know. That's pretty much it, dude. That's all we got for the NBA news for the day. Now we can just watch Nurkic highlights and have fun for like 5-10 minutes. And then we can do like the general Darren Peterson of it all that came out today. And then we can just scroll through Twitter and watch, like, read general stuff that went on today. I don't know how late we'll go. Obviously, we've been in here for an hour now. But so yeah, dude, we'll put the timestamp right now, dude. Enjoy that, dude. Now you're back. We're an hour in, and we are just now talking about Jusuf Nurkic, so that's fun. Yeah, dude. Here he is. We'll watch the general highlights of him from this year. This is just like 5 minutes. I don't know if we'll watch all of it. But then yeah, we'll talk about the other stuff. And yeah, enjoy the viewership going down by like 30% right now.
Nurk, his physicality and presence continues to be massive for our team. The toughness that he shows day in and day out, he's getting praise that he deserves. Like, it's great to see him have 2 games like that back to back.
Nurk back-to-back triple doubles, first time ever in Jazz franchise history.
Nurk's getting a lot of love, and he deserves it.
Nurk got a lot to the bag that a lot of people don't know, but I'm happy to have Nurk on our team.
They extend that defense. Nurk wants that ball. He's got it. 4 on the shot clock. Back to Key. Turns, drops it. Nicely done. Nurk inside. Just beat the clock, and the assist goes to Keontae. There's Ace Bailey. Swings it across. Nurk is going to take it in two-handed. Hart just ran right by him looking for the steal.
Secure that rebound.
Filipowski drives inside. Nurk right there in the paint. Flip. Short. Ball's loose. Picked up. Hook it in. Nurkic waving his finger at the crowd.
Should acknowledge, most of these highlights here is him being the starter because Walker wasn't playing. So remember, a lot of this is going to be him going up against like second string backup centers. You know what I mean? So I know it's like the level of skill in the NBA is so high. Like, you're still going to be playing a really tough NBA player, but I don't know. Like, it's the difference between playing fucking Victor Wembanyama and Luke Cornett. So I think it's significant in the scheme of it all. So just remember, he's playing better talent than he will be playing on our team this year.
Nurkic, beautiful bounce pass inside. Keontae. Cunningham with another opportunity. Bounce pass inside. Denied. Nurkic. cherry picking. Call your ticket up and in.
I see you, big nerd. I knew you had it in you.
That's some bully ball for the Jazz.
Coach already said Keontae's changed all of our expectations of him, and I think that's a good thing, especially when he does something.
See him doing that kind of stuff with Darren every once in a while. It's gonna be really pretty to watch. Really pretty.
Nurk feeds Keontae right on stride. Clayton to his left. They feed the big fella. Nurk trying to bang inside on Cornette. Hook it.
That's the matchup I literally just said, dude. Him on Luke Cornette, bro. He's gonna be eating on these matchups every game. Every game, bro. Like, go ahead, name me a team and name their backup center, dude. I think Nurk would be all right against like most backup centers. So that's the game plan we're playing here. We're not playing the can he beat Nikola Jokic one-on-one? No, fucking who can? That's not the game we're playing here, bro. That's fucking not what we're playing. It's him versus Luke Cornette. That's the game. Him versus DeAndre Ayton. That's the game, bro. Come on.
They feed the big fella. Nurk trying to bang inside on Cornette. Hook it, score it. Drops his first shot, a free ball. Nicely done. Makai Luke behind the back pass. Nurk, Euro steps it home.
Oh, just a great save and steal by Spee on a behind the back pass to Nurk.
Little globetrotter-ish. Back out front. Nurk dials up the triple and hits it. AJ Miles.
He can spread the floor too, by the way.
Back in Salt Lake with Mike Dilemma. Mark Miller Subaru, Utah's only negotiation-free Subaru retailer. There's a little push shot, too. TD Garden, everyone on their feet. Jazz trying to break a 3-game losing streak. Keontae George surveys the floor. There's a screen by Nurk. Keontae, little give and go, stop, pop, off the glass, no. Rebound, Nurk, put it up and in! 0.6 of a second to play, and Nurkic gives Utah the lead of 105 to 103.
The big fella coming through. And I thought that was a great shot by Keontae, being patient.
Ball pops loose, sends the ball, beautiful save. Nurk, 3, up and in.
Okay.
T, you gotta like the big 7-footer start. How about 7 in his back pocket? And a bench. Here comes Isaiah. Nurk dials up 3. Got it. I mean, he's got the groove going right now.
Big man's grooving, you're right.
Keontae, big man, rolls inside and 1.
Love it.
13 for Nurkic, the assist to Keontae. Nurkic, 2 early buckets. Here's Marketing, little stop and pop. Nope, gave it away. Nurk, 3 ball, bang.
Once again, he hits threes.
And he's waving at the crowd. Burns pushes up his shot, jumps out to Nurk. Again, rebounds. There's a hook. Count it. Nurk with 11 rebounds. Nurkic drives on the big man. Score it.
Houston.
Yeah. 290 pounds of Yusuf Nurkic coming at Wembanyama. Got into quite a battle with Rudy Gobert and...
He really might be the kind of guy that you do need against Victor, frankly. We covered that like a month ago, whatever it was when I talked about it, but you need bodies to go against Victor. Only as he gets stronger and stronger. Like, I'm sure, like, again, now, you don't necessarily need like a big dude, but in 2 or 3 years, who knows what you'll need against Victor at that point. So having a big guy like him and Jaren and Lowry and Walker and Flip, like, I think we've got the mold going the right way, and then Darren and Ace, and like, they're all big, so I don't know. I think we're building a certain specific mold. I don't know if it's intentional. I imagine it is, but I don't know.
The big man rolls in, really uncontested, Big T for the first bucket. Cody Williams back inside. Nurk spins on Wembanyama. Hooked it the old-fashioned way.
Oh, he was in the boat that time, Bowler. Threw the hook on the big fella.
He'll step up 3.
What?
They're going to give him 2. Wow, on the amazing quick release. They give him 2. 15 for Nurk. 15 with 14 assists and 10 rebounds.
Every phase of the game.
Took it away.
Also, I should look into his season average and stuff. Let's not look at that block and be like, he's gonna be able to do that every night. Like, he's not a block machine. But like, it's cool that he can do that every once in a while on a guy like Steph Castle. But like, I wouldn't take that too seriously.
Took it away from Castle. Here's Ace, one bounce. Up, out, and in. Stolen, Nurkic, chased by Conley. That's a 6-footer against a 7-foot big man. Ain't gonna happen.
Love that guy. Nurk kept it high, too.
Key. Inside Nurk. Look at him point at the crowd and one.
That's just beautiful Jazz basketball. We always talk about the ball having energy, Bowler. And right there is just a definition.
Shout out Nurkic, dude. Big Nurk. Also not shout out Nurk at the same time. I don't know if you guys saw. He was just blocking everybody today on Twitter. But I would like to dispel the rumors about it. Let me find just proof of this here, dude. So obviously once he signed today, everybody was like, congrats at Yusuf Nurkic. It was like tweeting at him like, yay. But then they were like, never mind, dude. This guy blocked me, and this guy's like, he blocked me too, and the other person was like, he blocked me, and so everybody's like, dude, is he just blocking Jazz fans? But then somebody was like, no, dude, it's just like a bot system. So like whoever like does at his account just gets automatically blocked. I would like to disprove that. I literally tweeted him at Bosnian Beast. You can see that, right? I click on his profile, I'm not blocked. So, like, it's not an automated bot, whatever. If that's the assumption, it's not that. I can dispel that. So, no offense, I think he literally went through was personally blocking certain people that were tweeting at him. So, Nurkic, we love you. I don't know what you're doing, brother. Maybe unblock. Like, I should probably pull up their names. Who the fuck it was? I think Art Cummings was one of them. It was one of the main Twitter people on, or Jazz Twitter people. But like, bro, why are we blocking people, Nurk? We love you, bro. We're not Sross, dude. We're not Sross that one time where I can't remember what he said. He was like, "Wow, Nurkic is good" or something. I can't remember what the fuck he said. Nurk was like, "F you, you fucking nerd." So we're not him, dude. So unblock these people, Nurk. That's all I'm saying. That's all I want. All right, dude. We can do our. That's enough Nurkic, dude. It's enough Nurkic, dude. Also, while we're still on the Nurkic topic, all that stuff that we just watched, all these sick highlights, I need you guys to remember, or like if you don't remember, go to YouTube because I'm not going to pull it up. We're not going to watch it on stream. The Yusuf Nurkic injury, make me throw up, dog. If you think the Paul George injury was bad, this is equally as bad. It's an Alex Smith level injury. It's a Joe Theismann level injury. It's not quite Kevin Ware, but like, fucking gross. If you thought Taylor Hendricks' injury was bad, Yusuf Nurkic's was worse. So, like, remember, he did all those things this year, all these highlights, what he's done the last like 5 years since that injury. Pretty good, dude. So, congrats to him for making 11 million plus a year, whatever it is. Like, I bet if you would have told him that night after that injury, like, you in 5, 6, 7 years, whatever it was, that you'd be able to sign a $22 million deal with the Jazz, he'd be like, no fucking way, bro. No way. So, again, if you're not cultured and you do not know that injury, go ahead and YouTube Yusuf Nurkic injury. It'll definitely be the first thing that pops up. But I'm not going to watch it here on stream because it is, again, one of the most gruesome injuries I've ever seen in my life. And again, I've watched the Kevin Ware injury live. I watched that live when I was like 12. Oh, disgusting, dude. Nasty. So, shout out Nurk, dude. Unblock the people, but you're a good guy. I'm glad you recovered from what you recovered from. But yeah, dude. Now we just talk about the general Darren Peterson of it all and the Jazz stuff that's happened the last day or so. Shout out. Darren was at the Mammoth facility. I'll do a brief little thing on the Mammoth here. We had, what was it? We had the 19th pick in the draft on Friday. And then we traded JJ Peterka. I forgot to bring that up the other day. Mammoth traded JJ Peterka to Boston, and we got the 23rd pick and then like a 2029 first round pick or something. Doesn't matter. Got 2 first round picks for JJ, and then we traded that 23rd pick this year for Sebastian Casa, who's like a stud goaltender. He's like 6'7" goaltender. So our goaltending situation is solid now. And then we traded from 19 up to 17 to take this kid, Ethan Belchetz, and he's like a stud. He's a really good, like, strong player. Obviously, hockey's different. Like, you probably won't see him for like another 3-4 years, but good prospect. So good night for the Mammoth. And then again, Darren went over to the facility the next day. He was like wearing like a Mammoth hat. Obviously wearing Mammoth colors. Like, that's also Jazz colors, but like it's Mammoth colors, you know. So, which frustrates me, dude. Sorry to get at you here, Ryan, but like, why are the Jazz like light blue, purple, and fucking white, whatever it was, but the Mammoth are like light blue, white, and not purple? Like, fucking make it. I just think there's an opportunity. There was an opportunity to be like the Pittsburgh scenario where it's like all the teams have the same colors, or like Seattle does like a similar thing where they all kind of have like a tealish kind of. Like, why did, like, we could have been purple and blue, bro. Would have been sick. But nah, he wasn't about it, I guess. He didn't want to make the Mammoth purple somehow and be the only team in the NHL that uses purple. Like, I don't know. Now that I think about it, I think the Ducks have like an alternate with purple in it. But like, in general, there's not a lot of purple in hockey. There's just a missed opportunity, I thought. But whatever. So technically he's wearing Jazz and Mammoth colors, but would have been cooler if he was wearing purple. That way we knew for sure he was wearing Jazz merch. I mean, obviously the Jazz note says otherwise, but you know what I mean? Like, color-wise, like, I don't know. Just sucks that they weren't purple. That's all I'm getting at. But yeah, shout out Ethan Belchetz. Good stuff, good situation. I don't know if they have the video here of them doing the little practice thing, shooting, but Darren is literally like, I'm not even going to attempt this, dude. I suck at hockey. So he didn't say that, but like visually, he was about to set it up, and he's like, here you go, you take the shot, dude. So I think Darren was more or less here for a photo shoot and just like to walk around the facility, which is connected to where the Jazz's new facility is going to be. So he was probably just touring the whole everything of it all, but stopped in, said what's up to the Mammoth stuff, and then obviously here's Ryan and Ethan Belchetz, and then Danny or Austin in the back. So a little bit of a Jazz Mammoth crossover there. That's pretty much it, dude. Yeah, here's the little clip.
2 days apart, 3 days apart. Here, try. There you go.
He should have shoot you guys teach me how to.
Like, watch, he'll set it up and he's gonna be like, nah, you take it, bro. He's like, nah, you take it. He does shoot one here, I think. There you have it, dude. There you have it. I don't want to minimize it. So I guess, like, you know, he doesn't really have a career in hockey, but he's probably better than I am, so I don't know. And he has access to the training facility that I don't have access to. So I'm sure if Darren wanted to be an NHL player, he'd have a way better chance than me or any of you. So, and that's not counting his athleticism. That's just resources. You know what I mean? Had a nice little workout yesterday at the facility. Keontae. Ace, dude. Ace has the new braids. Looks sick as shit, dude. Not really good shot there, but like, yeah. Braids are growing, dude. Looks good. Cody Williams. I mean, that's good, but like also, how good is that when you're playing Drew Holiday? You know what I mean? So this is just one of those like NFL teams do the same shit every like training camp. They're like, look at this fucking amazing catch from our 4th string receiver. Like, so I think that's really what we're doing here. We're like, dude, look at Cody Williams being able to dance around and dribble around this fucking random trainer. Like, I don't know who this, maybe this guy's like a D1 college player. I don't know, but I just think it's funny. So I would take a lot of this media stuff like with a grain of salt, as I always say. It's like, unless you're doing it on the floor in an actual game, and even then, unless you're doing it in a playoff game, it doesn't really matter to me. Sick dunks and fun athleticism during the regular season is awesome. Wins are important, but Cody, unless you're doing this against Drew Holiday in the first round of the playoffs, I'm not really going to consider it. It was the same thing with Walker Kessler. Like, they would post videos every summer, like, Walker Kessler shooting threes. Like, Rudy Gobert, too. You'd see, like, the occasional video of, like, Gobert in the summer hitting a three. Like, fucking Gobert can do that? No way! And then you'd never see him even attempt it in a game. So, like, that was kind of the idea with Walker. Is like, no, dude. Oh, awesome. You're going to post a video of him shooting, like, a top-of-the-key three? That's fun. Until he does it, and then he started doing it, and you're like, whoa! And then now he's out. So, like, I don't know if it was even sustainable, but... he was at least kind of showing it. And until Cody's doing this kind of shit, get back to me, bro. Get back to me, Cody. That's pretty much it. They did release the Summer League roster. We'll get to that at some point. Here's a little clip of JP talking to Jacques Vaughn. I'm not going to play that. Jacques Vaughn's a good guy. But I did listen to the whole podcast, and he kind of like... it kind of felt like a Kansas promotion. No offense, Jacques. Good stuff. But, like, it was very much just like, I can't wait for him to represent... the Kansas and the Jazz. Like, so good interview, Jacques. You're a good dude. But we're not gonna listen to that. Summer League starts in a week, dude. Look at all these guys in Summer League in jerseys. To be fair, when it comes to, like, the really basic Summer League jersey look, we do a pretty good job with what's given. Like, the one with Ace last year, those white with purple, like, those were clean. So with what's given, we do good, but Summer League jerseys in general suck. I don't know if you can buy Summer League jerseys. I'd like to, because again, I'm starting a jersey collection over the next year or so. It'd be cool to just start, like, get, like, a Kyle Filipowski Summer League jersey, because he's, like, the Summer League MVP or whatever the fuck it was. Like, that'd be kind of cool. So if you know if that's a thing, let me know, dude. Send me a DM to the link, and I'll buy that shit. I don't know. More Darren Peterson, dude, getting down to business. Doesn't he just look the part of a superstar? Like, his aura, dude. The aura. And I would be saying this if he was in Washington or Memphis, too. Because, like, AJ has aura. Cam doesn't. Like, Cam in a, like, cool black suit. He looks cool, but, like, everybody does. You know what I mean? Like, just in general, dude, DP has that aura, bro. Look at that. Also, we'll talk about it. I don't know what the fuck is on his ears. I don't know if he got, like, his ears recently pierced, and now he's got, like, tape on them to cover them so they don't get, like, ripped out. Like, there's him with Will, but, like, I can't zoom in, obviously, but, like, I should post a picture on my Twitter zoomed in. It's just, like, tape on his ears. So you guys can let me know in the comments if that's something, like, or maybe they are just, like, paper earrings that I'm uncultured. I don't know. Let me know. But it, like, it's literally, like, you guys can zoom in, dude. Zoom in here. It's literally just tape on his ear, bro. I don't... Jazz starting 5, go. Okay. We're assuming the Walker Kessler's coming back. Starting 5 is going to be... I'll give you 2. We're going to start at the beginning of the season and end of the season. Beginning of the season, starting 5 will be Keontae George at the 1, Ace Bailey at the 2, Larry Markin at the 3, Jaren Jackson Jr. at the 4, Walker Kessler at the 5. But at some point in the season, I don't know if it'll be midway, 2 weeks in, 3 months, I don't know. At some point, it'll be Keontae George, Darren Peterson, Larry Markkinen, Jaren Jackson Jr., Walker Kessler. That's what will happen. And at any moment when, say, Ace is in the starting lineup, Darren can slot in for any of those 5 guys, and everybody just shifts down. So, it's beautiful, Daniel. It's absolutely beautiful. That's my starting 5 in both case scenarios. And if you want to get to the specifics, say Walker's not here, then put Nurkic in his spot. And then we're going to take some flyer on some decent backup center for like $3 to $5 million. And he'll be our backup. That's what would happen if Walker's not around. But would all still apply. The Darren / Age switch up would still apply. So that is my starting 5 for the Utah Jazz. Boom! Daniel Wright. You like that? How'd that go, dude? Hope it went how you wanted. But yeah, dude. Darren Peterson with weird tape on his ears. So you guys let me know what the F that means. Like, what's he trying to protect? Who's trying to rip his earlobes off? I don't know, dude. Darren, maybe you're watching. Darren, let me know. DM me, dude. Collab with Darren Peterson coming out tomorrow. Can imagine, dude. That'd be sick. Yeah, dude. These sick videos of him just putting up shots, dude. The aura puts it up, dude. Let's see. A lot of room to play with the roster. The depth is crazy. Yep. Thanks, brother. Super stoked. Yeah, Daniel. Let's go, dude. Absolutely stoked. It's going to be amazing. I don't know, again. It depends how we form this roster, what we build it around. But I do think if Walker's around, that's going to be the core starting 5. And again, Ace off the bench, unreal. Darren off the bench, unreal. Like, I don't care whoever it is. And then Collier and Sensabaugh to play with him. Like, so like if it's DP off the bench, then you got Collier DP, and then Sensabaugh plays like a small ball kind of 3. But then if it's Ace, then Ace plays the 3, and Ace playing the 3 in second units, he's going to dominate. So I don't know. Again, I've been really like biased, and I'm like, we're going to be amazing. I don't know if we'll be amazing, but like minimum 7 seed, minimum like best play-in team. I cannot envision us not being like that good. Just from like a basketball perspective, like, I know I'm a homer, but like from like a basketball bird's eye view perspective, like we got a fucking good team. So like, come on, at least playing, think that. But like, I'm also really biased in a homer, and I make content on them every day, so I'm gonna like say outrageous shit. I think they're the 4th or 3rd best team in the West, so let me know if I'm way wrong there. I know we're not better than Spurs, we're not better than OKC, but I think we have an argument to be better than anybody else. Unless Denver trades for Jaylen Brown, then fuck us, dude. We're fucked. Everybody's fucked at that point. If they give up Aaron Gordon plus picks for JB, we're effed. We're all effed. So this is barring anything happening over the next like 3 months, because I think free agency starts tomorrow at like 7. So tomorrow I should probably be aware of that. Maybe we'll stream earlier tomorrow so we can like be live when all that stuff happens. But unless stuff changes, dude, I think we're fine in the West. A little John Morant reference. Or not. But like, again, if OKC, or not OKC, if the Thunder, fuck, what am I saying? If the Warriors get LeBron and Anthony Davis, bring back Draymond and have Steph, like that's a fun team. But I still think we're better than them, playoff seeding wise. And if you disagree with that, then that's fine. And they're the 3rd best team and we're the 4th. Like, my argument is like we're the 3rd, 4th, maybe 5th best team in the West if we like have injuries and certain things go wrong. Like, you know, that's how I feel. Let me know, dude. Let me know, Daniel, if you disagree with that. But yeah, depth is insane. Team's gonna work out well. You never know. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to everybody. We've been sitting at above 15 viewers for like fucking 40 minutes, so I appreciate everybody for tuning in. But yeah, dude, these clips are just absolutely remarkable. His aura is beautiful. It's one of those things where like, I don't want to make it like all like kind of a religious thing, but like, if God exists, why like me and him, we're the same species. Like, I'm almost a decade older than that guy, and like, we're not even close to the same kind of thing. It's like comparing a fucking wolf with a chihuahua. I'm a chihuahua, dude. Like, it's just so funny, dude. So like, again, I look at this stuff, I'm like, what an athlete, what a man. He's 19 years old. He's a kid. He's a kid. Look at a picture of me when I was 19. You'd be like, what the fuck is this? Like, so funny. So funny that, like, again, you have to train, you have to put in the work, you have to be really good, but, like, God blesses some people way more than others, dude. Holy shit. Good for you, DP. God. Like, yeah, this, like, silhouette shot, dude. Bro. So good. He just has, like, I sound like such a homer saying this, being so bad, because he could end up sucking. He could not be good. But, like, the look, the, like, swagger, the shot form, the play style, like, everything about him is, like, face of a franchise kind of dude. Like, if John Morant could do it, Darren Peterson can do that shit. That's what I'm getting at. It's like, again, this is another one of those things where it's like, they're just going to be posting highlights, being like, look at Darren work out. He could have been doing this for, like, 30 seconds, and, like, all right, I'm going to go eat food now. Like, I don't know, but also look at his ears, dude. Look at it. It's like tape on his ears. What is that? Somebody let me know, dude. Please, somebody let me know why the he would be having tape on his ears. My only thing is, like, maybe, like, ear piercings, and you think somebody's gonna rip them out. Like, I don't know. Jaylen Brown seriously might be a nugget. Scary, or did I hear you wrong? No, dude. No, you heard me right, bro. Oh, I can't believe it. Yeah, the report is Aaron Gordon. I think it was Aaron Gordon, some other, like, 1 or 2 filler guys for salary reasons, because JB makes a fucking, like, $95 million a year. It's not, but it's like, I should look it up. It's a lot of money. Jalen. Do you spell Jalen? Jalen Brown contract. It's gonna be a lot. Fucking, it's a lot. 57 million. Okay, so like, so I know it'd have to be like a lot of salary cap filler kind of shit, but yeah, the report is just like Aaron Gordon plus a few guys and picks for Jalen Brown. So then it'd be like Jokic, Murray, Brown, Cam Johnson, and it could be me at the fucking next position, and they'd still win. So that's the worry right now, Daniel. That is the current worry. So, as I said, barring any news, right now, I think the Jazz are in a solid spot in the West. We're not going to win the West, probably, but we're in a solid spot. But yeah, could be really scary, dude. It could be bad for everybody. So, having the best player in the world, in my opinion, and then Finals MVP Jaylen Brown, and then freaking Jamal Murray, like, F us, dude. That would suck. It'd suck for everybody. Boom, dude. So clean. What a shot. Again, the ears, dude. I'm gonna keep bringing it up. Somebody let me know in the comments. What's up with the tape on his ears? Hell of a shot. Or like maybe he just got it. I can't imagine he just got his ears pierced. I mean, he's tatted up. Why would you like wait till now to pierce your ears? Whatever. Something's up. Something's up, bro. Boom. Nails it. So clean, dude. Love it. Yeah, Summer League lineup or the roster, at least for the Salt Lake Summer League. We don't know if this is the Vegas Summer League lineup. And again, I don't know if anybody's going. I don't think I'm gonna go. I talked to my dad about it today. Like, if there's tickets available, like we'll consider it maybe. But like, I haven't looked into even if there are tickets because it's us, Minnesota, or not us, Memphis, OKC, and Atlanta. So like Darren Peterson, Cam Boozer, Kingston Flemings, and Ade Mara, like that's a lineup. So I can't imagine fucking, because it's on the 4th of July, so we're 4 days out. I can't imagine tickets are still available, but I don't know. So maybe I'll show up and post something. I don't know. But as of right now, the lineup for the Summer League, or the Salt Lake Summer League, is Max Amos, Jonas Idu, don't know who you are, Ace Bailey, Tamar Bates, Matt Cleveland, Eric Dixon, Hayden Gray, Micah Handlogin, Logden. His dad played for us, if you did not know. Blake Hinson, Kyler Kelly, Jackson Kohler, Bezembang, Darren Peterson, Mohamed Wag, I don't know how to say that, and Cody Williams. So basically, the gist of it is Ace Bailey, Darren Peterson, Cody Williams, Blake Hinson, and Bezembang. So I think we should be all right, starting lineup wise. In fact, like that's not the starting lineup because somebody's got to play center. So that's not the starting lineup, but in general, we got some great players for a Summer League lineup. So, you know, it'll be interesting. And then again, this is just the Salt Lake Summer League, so I don't know how many of these guys will end up even playing in Vegas Summer League. I don't know. Again, I would doubt. I'll give my predictions here. I doubt Ace Bailey plays Vegas Summer League. And if he does, it's going to be like the first game. They're like, all right, shut him down. So Ace probably ain't playing much in Vegas. Darren might, but I think he'll be like minute restriction kind of a situation, which is so dumb. Minute restriction in Summer League. But yeah, they're not going to be like, let's play Darren Peterson hardcore and let him get hurt. But he might play in Vegas and all of Vegas. I don't know. If Keontae did, which I believe he did, Ty, rewatching back, might be able to let me know. So, like, maybe Darren. Bezembang for sure. Cody Williams, I hope. Cody, go out there and just showcase what you got. Be what Kyle was last year. And Blake Hinson, dude, I've heard Blake Hinson lost like 20 pounds in the last month or two, or a couple months, so he's like really gotten into shape. So if he can stay above 40% from three, Blake Hinson might be a unit off the bench, or third string, whatever. So it'd be good for him to prove some stuff in the Salt Lake Summer League, obviously. Here we go, dude. Now we can talk about it, dude. Where I just got roasted. Not roasted, but dude, people were mad at me at my last stream, dude. You guys can, once we're done here, the most viewers I typically have, to the people watching, you can go back to my other stream and you'll see. But people in the comments and like responding to me were not very thrilled with the idea that I was calling Darren Peterson the Boogeyman, and that was the nickname that I was rolling with. I'd like to be very clear here, guys, as we get into it. It's just like an idea. I'm not like, we're only calling him the Boogeyman forever. Like, bro, I made a tweet. I'll point it out. I like the Boogeyman. I think it sounds sick. It's also not me coming up with one. I saw it on the internet. I saw it on Twitter. And also, they didn't come up with it. It's been a nickname for him for like a while. So this isn't like a, let's come up with something creative. That wasn't the idea of it all. I just made a list of all the available nicknames that I've read. And I ordered them how I like them. And I put the fucking number one I liked in the thumbnail. I apologize. But, man, people were like, dude, F you, dude. You don't, this shouldn't be the case. Like, one person commented. And to be fair, they were all respectful. They weren't, like, mean about it. But they were just like, your opinion's wrong, dude. Like, I just don't think... They didn't say that either. They were just more like, my opinion's right. Is kind of what it was. Like, one person specifically, like, shout out to them. It was, like, a good thought-provoking comment. But it was like, we shouldn't, like, be giving him any nickname. Like if we're going to, it should be DP, but whatever. Like, we shouldn't be giving him a nickname. It's too early, blah, blah, blah. That was my 2 cents. Or something is what they said. I should pull it up. But, and I don't disagree. But, like, DP sucks. It's his initials. That's not a nickname. The same way, like, we call Keontae Key. That's not a nickname. That's Key. Like, Keontae does not have a nickname as of yet. Like, we called Jordan Clarkson JC for how many years, guys? How long did we call him JC? Fucking, like, every year we had him? And then all of a sudden, Thurl Bailey and the gang were like, the Flamethrower, or the Flame, whatever the fuck it is. And that was his shit. Then he became the shit for, like, 2 years, and then we traded him. I think they still call him the Flamethrower or some shit in New York. So, eventually we'll have a sick nickname for Keontae. It's not going to be Key, I don't think. Like, it might be Key. Like, Keynote was a thing for a second, and everybody's like, fuck that. It's like, but like, that's like calling Lowry Lau. Like, people call him Lau. Coach calls him Lau, all that. The same way people call Key. But, like, his nickname's The Finisher. That doesn't mean people call him The Finisher all the fucking time. What's up, The Finisher? Like, that's not how it is. That's his nickname. DP isn't a nickname, dude. It's like his fucking, like, call sign. It's like the fucking, like in football when people call you by your last name. That's not your nickname. You know what I mean? Like, so, you guys can argue me if you want in the comments. But, like, that's my take. And we'll watch this clip here. Like, he says DP is his nickname or whatever his favorite nickname. It's not, I don't think it's a nickname. I think it's your initials. It's what we call you. So we don't have to call him Boogeyman is what I'm saying. I think it's fun. I'm going to call him that. It was going to be something. I was going to call him something at some point. It wasn't going to be TP. So I'm calling him Boogeyman or the Boogeyman until further notice. Until something cool comes out or, you know, there's the same way that people are like on Twitter being like Mountain Myers or Mountain Mamba. Like they've changed their usernames to that kind of stuff. I'm calling him the Boogeyman. I'm sorry, get mad at me. But until something cooler comes up or Thurl comes up with something or Bowler Jack or whatever, we're sticking with the Boogeyman. Okay? But I thought I would address that, okay? Jesus Christ, people. Don't get mad at me. It's an opinion. I like the name. If you don't like the name, you can call him DP. You can call him Darren Peterson. And I don't... Like, as long as you don't call him something racist, I don't care, dude. As long as it's something pleasant, call him what you want, dude. But I like the Boogeyman. And so... And I'll shout out my Instagram later. But, like, I've made, like, everything the Boogeyman. But I can also change it, dude. Fucking, I'm open to whatever. God. Yeah, we can watch this little clip with him. That was a little ramble there, but I thought I'd clear the air on that. Yeah, dude, shout out Darren. Just a couple questions to get to know him. You know what I mean?
Darren Peterson here. What's up, Jazz Nation? This is your rapid fire.
Favorite nickname?
DP.
Favorite album?
Views.
Pre-game meal?
Pizza.
Hype song?
Views by Drake.
Describe your game in one word.
Buckets.
Favorite animal?
Shark.
What's your fave way to score?
3.
What's a skill that you would like to master outside of basketball?
Dog training.
Did you trade your dog this?
Yeah, I got him potty trained and crate trained, but the obedience isn't going great, but I'm trying.
Favorite movie?
Interstellar.
Why did you choose number 22?
My pops were.
Sorry, Daniel. I didn't even see your comment, bro. My bad. How much playing time you think Collier will get? The guy is such a talent, and Cody got crazy good overnight last year. I don't know, man. The guard position's kind of loaded right now. Not that I think, like, if we drafted, like, a Cam Boozer or somebody, I don't know if Collier would have gotten any more playing time than he does now, but specifically with Darren and stuff, like, are you going to start him over Darren or Keontae? I don't believe so. So at that point, he's our third guard. So he's probably playing with Ace coming off the bench. And I think that'll be nice for him to boys that were like from Atlanta or like around Atlanta. I know Isaiah's from there and Ace is from Chattanooga, Tennessee. But like Ace went to high school or something in Atlanta. So like they're Atlanta guys. So is Walker too. Kind of crazy. But like I just I don't know if he can turn into what we want him to turn into. And I don't want to use this analogy, but he might be our James Harden, him or Sensabaugh, where we may have to end up trading them and they turn into fucking an MVP caliber superstar. I'm not saying that happens. And I'm not saying either of them are the level that James Harden was for OKC, but some effect of that. Like, I do think that there's going to be a logjam, a situation for us that, like, Isaiah just, which I may be completely wrong. Like, Isaiah and his ball handling and his fucking playmaking abilities, like, might thrive with what we have. So I don't know. But I just think it's a bit of a logjam. I think Darren and Keontae can do what Isaiah's great at. They can do it pretty good. But Isaiah can't do what they're great at, like, at all. So I think that's where the mix-up would come. But yeah, I think he's a great talent. The guy's a stud. Isaiah's a stud, but no. I don't think playing time's gonna be good for him. If I had to guess, like 20 to 24 minutes a night, which is like not horrible, you know, way better than 16 or 8, but no, I just don't. If you're in the Isaiah Collier camp, not great right now, I don't think. But I also would have said probably the same thing about Keontae 18 months ago, so I don't know, man. What are your thoughts on Sensabaugh? Blake, I don't know, dude. I like Sensabaugh. My opinion on him has gone down year after year. But like rookie season, I was like, could this guy be baby Kawhi? Which also I've said that about Darren now, but like early on, like when I saw Bryce play, it just reminded me like of Kawhi, very physically, like mannerisms, very Kawhi-esque. But then year after year, it just kind of went down. I was like, maybe he can be just like a really nice like bench scorer. And then it was like, maybe he can just be like a corner 3 guy. And now I'm like, maybe he can like score 40 points one night and then just do nothing for 4 games and then score 30 and then do nothing and then score 12. Like, I don't know what Bryce is at this point. And I'm rooting for him. Bryce, I want you to be great. If you can become our Isaiah Joe plus, like that'd be sick. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Big fan of Sensabaugh, but by far the most inconsistent Jazz player. Yep, that's nail on the head, Daniel. Nail on the head, man. It's just the inconsistency. But that was the whole thing kind of with James Harden in a sense. Was like he was just this offensive dynamic guy, but like at what point could he just like put the ball in the hole on a consistent level? And then like he just did it. Then he went to Houston and just did it. So I don't know. I think Sensabaugh has the kind of offensive firepower to do it. He's got the body type, especially now that he's lost weight and kind of gotten into shape. He's got the ability to do it. So I'd be fearful to get rid of him, basically. Trade Sensabaugh, my take. I don't hate it, Daniel. It depends on what we can get in return. I know, obviously, he'd be a restricted free agent, right, after next year. Same situation as Key. So if we could get him on a decent price tag or a sign and trade or something, I'd be for it. But if we're talking about like restricted free agency, that kind of situation with the Jazz or whatever, I think he's closer to Johnny Juzang than he is to Walker Kessler when it comes to like the level of team needing to get this restricted free agent back. So I don't know, man. Like if we can get something out of him at the trade deadline, like if it's proven that he's just not working out for us, then I'm on board, fully on board. But until then, no, like I'm not going to trade him for a 2nd round pick this summer just because I'm afraid it might be an issue. Let's figure out once it is, then deal with it. We're at that point in our organization where we're not like, let's bring in a Lukas Tomanic and see what can happen. Like we're not at that point, brother. We know what Bryce is. We know it'll work with us for now. Let's roll with it. And if it's not working, then get something out of him. But let's see what this team can roll with for now before we start getting rid of people. That's my opinion. Again, unless it's like getting rid of people for somebody better, then like if you want to package some people and some picks, I'm on board with that. But if we're just like salary dumping, if we're doing Derek Favors type shit, Not now. In 2 years, we can do it, okay? 2 summers, we can consider that. Maybe even next summer, but not now. Let's see. Blake says, I feel the offense slows down so much. He always trying to get his own shots. He's almost like a Clarkson, as you just mentioned. Not reliable and won't feed players who are cooking when he isn't. I think we should trade him, not gonna lie. Collier, Ace, V, Cody / Flip, Nurk off the bench. No, I really do like that. Again, back to the whole thing where you're like, how's Collier gonna play and stuff. I think he's gonna be fine. I think it's all gonna be cool. But I do agree, if we are gonna trade one of those guys, whether it's Collier, Flip, Cody, or Bryce, I think Bryce is the one to trade. Just because I think he's the most NBA ready body out of them. Obviously Flip is like awesome and all that, but like when it comes to like pure athleticism and that like positional size, I think Bryce is probably the best in that situation there. Obviously Cody has like the wingspan and length, but like weight and, you know, so I think in that kind of general thing, we're nitpicky here, but I think Bryce would be the best there. And he's the best shooter of the 4 for sure. He's the best offensive player in general, I think, out of the 4. Collier, obviously, his playmaking and fucking assist numbers are crazy, but like, I think we get the most out of Bryce, and I also think that Bryce is the most redundant on our team out of those 4. Like, we need Flip. At this point, we need Flip to be a backup 4 or like a rotational front line guy. We need Flip. He's never had more value in his life. But I hope he's learning how to rebound all summer. Like, dude, that should be your number 1 goal. Rebound, rebound, rebound. Figure that out. But like in general, Bryce is the guy to trade. And like, I'm not giving up on Cody yet. If there's like Cody haters out there, let me know. But like, I'm not giving up on Cody yet. I still hold true that if we're redrafting that draft, I'm still taking Cody top 5 or top 8. Call me crazy, but like, I don't know. I still think Cody has a bright future because he's got, like, we were watching that little highlight thing. He's got like the intangibles in the body. He just doesn't have the weight or like the IQ yet. And that's no offense to him. I don't have the IQ either. Fucking I don't know shit about playing basketball, bro. Give me the basketball out there, I'd be like, what kind of offense are we running? Like, I wouldn't, you know? So he clearly has like got way more basketball IQ than me, but comparative to everybody else, like it's probably a deficiency of his, which he improved on this year for sure. If you watch Cody Williams highlights, he was getting like a block a game, like 5 rebounds, like 4 points, 5 points. Like he was doing all right this year relative. So him being our 9th or 10th man, fine. So I just think Sensabaugh getting traded would make the most sense. But as I said, I don't want to trade anybody right now. Unless it's for somebody awesome. Like, if we can... Like, I don't even know who I'd get rid of these guys for. Like... I'm trying to think, like Drew Holiday is, like, the only, like, guy I think we would want on our team. Like, a perimeter defense. Like, Chris Dunn would be sick, but, like, I don't know what the price would be there. But some kind of perimeter defender, guard or something, that could fill the spot before Darren takes it in a year or 2. That'd be the only situation where I'd be like, Sensabaugh and picks for... Like, but even Drew Holiday doesn't make sense because Drew's how old? It's like, I don't... Unless you can name somebody where I'm like, I'm down to trade him and him for this guy, I don't see the point in moving any of our young guys yet. Just because, like, you kind of need these contracts on your team when you're paying Lowry and Jaren and about to be Walker maybe and Keontae in a year. Like, you're going to be paying these dudes a lot of money. Ace the year after that. Like, it's going to be a lot. We're going to be paying a lot of dudes a lot of money, so... Having a Bryce Sensabaugh on this deal right now, while these top 2 or 3 guys are making 30 to 60 million, it's beneficial to have. And again, having these kind of small contracts to move around at the trade deadline and everything is also beneficial, especially the draft next year. Like if I don't even know what our draft capital situation is next year. I know we have a first, but it's like the second, or it's like the middle of 3 different picks. So like, say we want to move in or move up in the first round next year, like somehow, someway the draft turns out good, which it's not supposed to. Again, Tyron Stokes is supposed to be the number 1 pick. No offense, Tyron, but like, you don't impress me at all compared to like normal number 1 picks. You're better than Zach Reese, but you know, it's like maybe next year's draft ends up being decent, and we're like, all right, we want to trade up from the 22nd pick to the 15th or 14th pick, and we have to give up Sensabaugh for it. Like, maybe if we want to do that kind of stuff in a year, but right now, I don't see it. Let's see. Here we go. I also fucked with Hinson last year. What happened to him? No, he's chilling. We talked about Hinson, Blake. he's lost like 10 pounds or something, or 20 pounds in the last couple months. So he's supposed to like getting way more athletic. And he was shooting, I think it was 47% is what he shot last year from 3. Given it was a small sample size, it was only like a month and a half. But if he can be anywhere near 40% and he's like getting more athletic and his body fat percentage and everything's going down, I like Hinson, especially at his price tag. It's like fucking like not a lot. Let's look it up, dude. It is not a lot. It's like in the 100,000s range, I think. I don't think it's in the millions. Blake Hinson contract. Yeah, I know it's a two-way contract. What's the fucking number, dude? Give me a number. AV, dude. What's the number, bro? What? 115,000 we're paying Blake Hinson? Yeah, we got to keep him on the team, bro. Yeah, he's on the team. To answer your question, Blake Hinson's on our team, bro. You don't have to worry about your fellow Blake leaving our team anytime soon, bro. Holy. 115,000? Like, what's an analogy that I can use here? Like, what careers make more than 115,000? Like, a lot. You know what I mean? Like, that's... Like, if you own a McDonald's, you make more than that a year. That's crazy. Shout out Blake Hinson, dude. I appreciate you. Thanks for taking the pay cut, dude. Let's see. I'd play Conchar or Harkless for defensive purposes instead of Sensabaugh. Oh, Daniel, I hate to ruin this for you. I don't know if waved is the word, but like us and EJ Harkless today went different directions. But there's a report that we're still big fans of him and that we might bring him back. In fact, we'll probably bring him back. I think is what Tony Jones said. But as of right now, he's not on our team. So I think Conchar is your only point there, but I wouldn't put Conchar. Again, if your thing is, I guess, over Sensabaugh. Off the bench, I'd still rather Sensabaugh over Conchar, but I would rather start Conchar over starting Sensabaugh, if that makes sense. Oh shit, I forgot about Conchar. He was hustling also. Damn, we deep. Yeah, dude, Conchar and Svi Mihailuk as our 10th and 11th guy. Loaded? Like, our depth is so good. Shout out the Angels for putting this together. Again, we're also a little top heavy in the same sense. So, like, if Lowry or Jaren or both get hurt, like, ooh. Like, if Jaren, no offense, like, everybody else, but like, if Jaren gets really hurt, that's going to be a big situation for us. Like, we may not even make the playoffs or the play-in at that point. I think Jaren's defense and his weight and his leadership and all that stuff is that big of a factor for our team. So, I think losing Lowry would suck too, but I don't think it would be that big of a deal, which is crazy because he's 20-something points a game, which don't expect that next year, guys. Don't expect 27 points a game from Lowry. I would expect like 22 to 24. But like, again, you take one of those other guys out injury-wise, I think we'd be better. We'd be all right. Not better, but we'd survive. You take Jaren Jackson Jr. off this team, I think he's an issue. So that's why when a lot of people are like, Lowry's our best player, Keontae's our best player, Darren's our best player. Until proven otherwise, Jaren Jackson Jr. is our best player. He's probably our best defensive player, not even probably. Like, he is our best defensive player. He's our third best offensive player. Third. Keontae and Lowry over him. And Darren's probably better, but like until proven otherwise, as I've said. As constructed, Jaren's our third or fourth best offense. Like, everything together, what Jaren brings, leadership, he's the best player on our team right now. Losing him would suck. But again, you can do that with any team. Take Shea off a team. Take Victor off a team. Take Brunson off a team. Like, take Ant off a team. Like, so there's no argument with that. But I don't know, bro. I do not know. We're pretty fucking deep. Let's see. I love Cody. Couldn't stand Cody as a rookie though. That's a mistake. What do you mean that's a mistake? What do you mean? Sorry, dude. That was so long ago, Daniel. I apologize. I don't know what the mistake was, but I couldn't stand Cody rookie year. That makes me sad. I wouldn't say I couldn't stand him, but I wasn't like the biggest fanboy of Cody Williams for sure. I understood when we drafted him that it was going to be like a multi-year process with him. This was not a walk-in day one, potentially good, like the same way with Darren and Ace. But yeah, it just, that whole draft itself, like none of them, like I actually was pretty high on Steph Castle. I think I had him 2. I think I had Alex Sar 1, Steph Castle 2, Zach 3. I think I had Buzelis 4 or 5. I was really high on Buzelis, and then I had Cody pretty close after that. So in general, that whole draft was like a let's see what these guys look like in a few years. Like it was not a like NBA ready type draft. So I don't know. That's kind of why I would have Sar and Steph Castle that high up, anyways, because they were the most NBA ready of all them. I don't know. Zachary just say had it too because he had like the Euro play. But let's see. Mistake. Hinson contract. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. For real. That Hinson contract. What a mistake by us or by him? It's fucking horrible by somebody. His management, his agency, fucking horrible. Great decision by us though. Like, shout out Blake Hinson, dude. 115,000, bro. I mean, it's not a low number. It's fucking way more than I make, but like, respectfully, dude, that's nothing for a pro athlete, especially a top 4 league in North America. Get your numbers up is my suggestion, Blake. Figure it out, bro. I mean, that's pretty much it. We're already at almost 2 hours, so we should start wrapping it up here, boys. I do appreciate you listening to me ramble. Again, we're gonna scroll up a little more, do a little more scrolling, so don't think that we're done here, guys. But I would like to like thank everybody for sitting here and watching. Clearly, when I stream earlier, I do get more viewers, so I appreciate it. We've been anywhere from 10 to 20 pretty consistently for the last like hour and a half. So shout out to you guys. It is always appreciated. Smash the sub button if you do like the content. We do this every night. Sometimes it's like really early in the morning, but like you can at least rewatch it the next day. That's the plan here. That's my hope. Again, Spencer from Jasmine was in here earlier. He watches it back the next day. Like I don't want to assume, and there's no pressure. Again, he doesn't have to watch my shit ever. But Spencer's the GOAT, and I think he likes it. So I just know that he will be listening back to this point. And when you see this, type Dalmatian in your comment, dude. I don't know, but like that's what I'm saying. Like you don't have to watch this shit all the way through and be here live. You can come back the next day and be like, oh, I'm gonna watch like 10 minutes of the shit, and then like he starts rambling, I'm gonna turn it off. Like it's just general entertainment for you every night. So that's what I'm doing here. If you like it, sub. I appreciate you. But yeah, dude, general more coverage here. And by more coverage, that's pretty much it, dude. There's some stuff from fans, dude. Here's the Nurk interview that happened last January. So good, dude. So good.
Your teammate right here, Nurk, you talk about his screening all the time, but his passing too, maybe a little underrated. What was that like in this performance tonight?
Hey, Nurk got a lot to the bag that a lot of people don't know, but I mean, Nurk just makes the game a lot easier for me. He'll be hitting me on back doors, setting screens. Like he do a lot of unselfish stuff. You know, for our offense to be a little better. So I mean, I'm happy to have Nurk on our team.
Well, Nurk, this is your second career triple-double that you just got tonight in this victory. Can you explain what that was like on this court and to do it here in front of the home crowd?
I love it. Jazz mania, baby. Let's do it. By the end of the day, we just want to protect the house. It's a good team out there, really physical, so we know we got a match. You know, back-to-back always tough, but we want to play home good, and, you know, having fans like this, you just enjoy to play here, man.
And then another career moment for your head coach, too. This is Will Hardy's 100th win tonight. What does that mean to do that here in front of this crowd, to get that win for him, guys?
Amazing coach, even better person, man. Happy for him, happy for us, and, you know, we're going to definitely hit the shower after that.
Congrats, William.
Guys, thank you.
Congrats, William. Yeah, dude, shout out Nurk, dude. More interviews from Nurk coming up, dude. Absolutely love it. Yeah, dude, he's fucking blocking everybody, dude. Nurkic just had more blocks today than he did all season. I don't know what's up, Nurk. Stop blocking people. Thanks for not blocking me, though. I don't know, man. I don't know. See, cheers, bro. Till next time. Keen to see DP and AB on court together in a few days. Hell yeah, Blake. I agree with you. Darren and Ace on the floor. It's gonna be great together. Have a good day, Blake. Whatever time it is in Australia, man. Cheers to you, my friend. Mwah. Yeah, dude. Hopefully Nurk doesn't just block you guys, but he's on a block roll right now. Also, I should bring up the Walker Kessler situation. We offered him, or whatever it's called, the 10-year thing, whatever the fuck it's called, whatever contract. Basically, like the rookie, like worst case scenario. I forget what the fucking name of the contract is. Somebody can let me know. Where it's like $7 million. So it's like if worst case scenario, he doesn't like any of the money that's available for him, or he doesn't like any of the contracts, he can take that 1-year deal and become a free agent next year. But like the deal is like $7 million or so. It's like not a lot of money. So unless he thinks he's like for sure gonna dominate next year, no injuries, no nothing, and then he'll get a massive 5-year deal in free agency next year, it's not smart for him to take that. So more likely than not, he's gonna like take a contract by somebody this summer. But the whole deal with that is by us offering that to him or whatever, makes it to where now he can go be a restricted free agent and go meet with teams. So it just kind of started the timer is what it really did. Like, in fact, the timer really started like last year, but the whole thing of him like meeting with other teams and doing all that officially started today. So I think he's meeting him and his agency in LA. They're meeting with teams there. So like representatives are going to fly to LA. So like no phone calls, nothing like that. They're like, if you want me, come to me. Like, so I don't know why they're acting that way. Kind of frustrating, but so that's what's going down. We also discussed it, like how many of these teams that were supposed to have Walker Kessler money now have Walker Kessler money. You know, like it's not a lot. Like Bulls, I don't think are anymore. I don't think the Nets are anymore. Lakers, I think could be, especially in like in a sign and trade situation. But the whole worry with the Lakers, what I've been hearing is, like, because when you're holding out for a player like Kessler, or like when you offer him the offer sheet, we have like a certain amount of time to match it or something. I don't know if it's like 48 hours or 72 hours. It's something. So like, long story short, by the time that they would come to an agreement, and by the time we would have to agree or match it or whatever, so much time would have gone by that the Lakers, by they I mean the Lakers, would have probably missed out on a Mitchell Robinson or a Time Lord or a I don't know what other. That's just what David Locke said was those guys. But I'm trying to think like what other general centers are available. But they would miss out on pretty much all the available centers if they're like trying to get Walker, and they still probably wouldn't get Walker because we'd end up matching it more likely than not. So it just would be a waste of their time. So the whole situation is like all the teams that wanted Walker can't really get Walker, and the ones that still can, what's the risk, you know? So I don't know what the price tag will be able to get him at. I still think somebody will offer him something anywhere from 30 to 34. I don't know if that's like 3 years, 90 something million, or if that's a 5-year deal. I don't know what the number would be year wise, but I think AAV he'll end up getting anywhere from 30 to 34. So, and I expect it to be on our team. I expect us to match it, but I don't know what team, whether it's the Lakers or whoever, would end up offering that. And I think a lot of people are worried about Walker just walking away like Gordon Hayward did to us. That's not the situation here. I think it's possible. It's possible that we're like, F you, dude. I'm not matching that $37 million from the Lakers. Like, I don't know. It's possible. But I think it's more likely that if he does leave, it's a sign and trade and we're getting something out of it. You know? And I'm not saying we get like a freaking Austin Reeves, whatever. Like, I don't want that at all. But if we can get like some draft assets and some veteran players or expiring contracts for Walker, and then Nurk is the starting center and we have some veterans around, it's like, that wouldn't be bad for year one of this like run that we're doing. So I wouldn't be too worried, guys. Again, worst case scenario is he leaves us, and that's not very, very likely. The real worst case scenario is he leaves us and we get stuff out of it. So stop stressing. If you think I'm crazy, let me know in the comments. Again, if you're like, no, dude, Walker's gonna leave us for sure. It's possible, but I don't think so. I think the only reason he would ever do that is if like he really fucking hated us and we really hated him. That'd be the only like he's like, I will not. Like, again, it'd have to be a team offering like substantially more, like 34 plus, 33 plus, because I think we would match anything below 34, truly. So like it either have to be something like that, or he would like not want to be here at all, or we wouldn't want him. Like that's how it would have to work out. So I don't see it being the case, especially with his Instagram posts and everything, and like the way we talk about Walker. I'm Not worried about that. Markin for Duren and a pick, and Kessler to Lakers for picks. Bailey starts, no drama. Carl, I don't agree with that. I know I saw the Duren news, we should talk about that. Duren is basically trying to force his way to Sacramento right now. It might just be a smokescreen, I don't know, but he's kind of trying to force his way to Sacramento in a sign and trade. Duren is. So, I don't know if they'd be on board. Like, I mean, again, if Duren's down to go to Sacramento, I don't think Salt Lake City would be an issue for him. I would hope not, but like, I'm not open for that at all. Why would I give up Markkanen for Duren? And Duren's gonna be making, like, I think it's 40 to 44 million is what we looked up last week. Like, I don't like that at all. I love the game, Carl. I don't know if you're a Lakers fan and you're trying to be like, ha ha, Lakers get Kessler. Like, I don't, but like, no, I would much rather have Markkanen and overpay Kessler than overpay Duren and lose Kessler and then not have Markkanen at all. Let me know if I'm crazy. I don't know. What's Daniel got to say? The Locked On Jazz guy basically makes Kessler look like a diva concerning the contract negotiations. He's not, dude. I'll try to, like, break it down for you guys from my perspective like I did a couple weeks ago. I think David Locke is fine. Obviously, he's a great insider. He has a lot more knowledge. He's been in the NBA for 30-something years. So, like, he knows what I'm talking about. Or he knows what he's talking about. But I don't think people understand Walker's value. Like, he's got a serious case. Like, I know it's like, yay, if I'm a Jazz fan, I'd love to have him on a discount, guys. It sounds amazing. But we went through it. Walker Kessler, to me, is like the 10th best center in the NBA. 9th to 12th. In that range, I average it out to 10 because I'm generous. I think he's about the 10th best center in the league. You look at every center. You go ahead. You do your own personal ranking. It doesn't have to be mine. Do your own personal ranking. And then look at every person that you have in front of Walker by 2 or 3 spots. And look at every person you have around Walker 2 or 3 spots behind him. And look at what they're making every year. Then come back to me and be like, what is Walker worth? It's not crazy that he's asking for 28, 29 plus. That's not insane. Jared Allen, who I believe is worse than Walker Kessler. I think they're about 1 away from each other, 10th and 11th. Like, they're there, but I think whatever Walker is, Jared Allen is like 1 spot behind him. He's making $30 million a year, 3-year 90. So, or like, it's like 91 or like 90 something. So it's like 30.25 a year or something. So there's a lot of argument from his camp, but like, also the Jazz have an argument like, you've never been an all-star, dude. You haven't proven anything. So every side has their argument, but you know, like, I don't think he's a diva. I think people are like, Walker Kessler's a diva. He doesn't want to be in Utah. He wants to be in Lakers. No, dude. I think because like, people also don't get this. I know people are like, oh no, dude, they're making millions of dollars. Why is he complaining about an extra $2 million? It's more than that, frankly. If it's a 5-year deal, and it's a difference between $27 million a year and $32 million, that's $5 million a year, right? So it's not just $5 million a year, though, that you're missing out on. It's a 5-year contract. Beep, boop, beep. That's $25 million you're missing out on. So yeah, it is a big fucking deal for Walker Kessler to try to make as much money as he can. Because as much as he loves Utah, and he loves the city, and he loves the fan base, and would love to win here, the difference of $25 million of staying in Utah compared to fucking the Spurs or the Lakers or some other organization, I don't know, is not that big of a difference for him. He doesn't love Utah $25 million worth. Like, Jalen Brunson loves New York $100 million or whatever it was. But he also is in New York and get sponsorship deals and make a ton more money. It's worth it to Walker to try to see what he can get. Because $25 million, or even if it's $10 million, whether it's a $2 million difference, whatever it is, even if it's $10 million, like, if you give me $10 million right now, that's enough money to last me and my family and my kids' kids and my kids' for the rest of their lives. And the other $140 million or whatever, I can just, like, fucking, I don't know, dude. Give it to charity, fucking build a super yacht. Like, I don't know. But, like, in general, that extra, like, $2 million a year will, like, I don't think people understand how big of a difference that is. So, again, I know having a $140 million compared to $160 million is like comparing $100 to $120. I get it, but you guys gotta like put yourself in his shoes. That's what everybody should do in the NBA. I think more often is put yourself in each person's shoes. Put yourself in the Jazz shoes. Why the fuck do you want to pay this non-all-star potential 5th best player on your team? Why would you pay him $150 million? Like, I get that, but also if you're Walker Kessler, look at everybody around. It's like, put yourself in everybody's shoes, and then you'll realize that really nobody's being a diva. Everybody just wants their own way, dude. You go to like a divorce case, dude. Both people are gonna look like a diva. The man, the woman, both the man. Like, it doesn't matter. Both sides of a divorce, they're both gonna look like divas. Why? Because both want their way. And eventually they work their way in the middle. It's like, that's how it works with contracts in the NBA, dude. We're trying to like, let's figure it out, dude. You go see what you're worth, and if we agree that you're worth that, we'll match it. Like it's pretty simple. Let's see. Duren is really good, but nah, I need Kessler and Markkanen duo. Yeah, dude. Kessler, Markkanen, Jackson, like, we need to see it, man. We need to see it. I agree about Kessler. Because Kessler and Jackson have duplicate skill sets, and Duren is the better player already, all NBA and younger. I don't agree, Carl. Firstly, I don't agree. I think I maybe agree with you that Duren is better and younger. But better's relative here. What are you looking for? You know? Like, if you want an offensive center, I don't think it's a debate. Jalen Duren is a better offensive center than Walker Kessler. Not an argument. If you're talking defensive, I think Walker's the better player. I think the gap is probably smaller there. I think Jalen's probably a better defensive player than Walker is offensive. So I think your point is valid on that sense. But that's not what we need. It's not... I don't know how to put it. You say that Kessler and Jackson have duplicate skill sets. I disagree with you. Like, completely I disagree with you. The only factor that they overlap is blocks. So, like, and if you think that's a bad thing, that we have one 7-footer playing the 5 and another 7-footer playing the 4, and they're both really good at blocking and protecting the rim, that's not like an overlapping skill set. That's a compounding plus skill set. That's great. Oh no! My point guard and my shooting guard are both great defenders and get a lot of steals? We shouldn't have that. Let's trade one of them because we just need one that gets good steals. Like, that's not the logic at all when it comes to like defensive overlapping skill sets. I don't think so. But again, if you want to say he's the younger player, he's made All-NBA, All-Star games, yes, you're right. But he's also going to be making fucking $15 million a year more. So with our roster, no, dude. I would much rather have Kessler, who's maybe 1 or 2 spots lower than him on... Because again, I think I had Duren like 8 as the 8th best center in the league. 2 spots lower for 15 million. Like, you let me know, Carl. I just don't think that's... I love the idea. I love these discussions. I love thinking about these kind of things. But no. No. If we're if we're losing Kessler and Markkanen just for Duren and filler, no, thank you. Like, I'd much rather see how our team rolls out next year. Kessler will take the money in Utah. I think so too, Sal. I agree. I think he likes it here. I think he likes the system. As he said in his post, you don't grow roots where you don't want to be. I think if we offered him, and I don't know if we can even do this at this point, but like say hypothetically, we offered him 32 a year and the Lakers offered him 34. I think it might be better for him to take the 32 from Utah, mainly because like income tax reasons and stuff. Like, I think you might be able to make up that $2 million just by that alone. But if not, say it's like $1 million that you'd still have to make up. I think you'd rather live in Utah, commute in Utah, not live in the LA traffic. Not like, unless Walker's not what I think he is, but pretty sure him and his Miss America wife or fiance or whatever, like they are, girlfriend. I think he's probably happier living in like Utah than LA. He doesn't seem the party type for me. So, and if he did, like, imagine 7'2" Walker Kessler just like walking into the fucking club. Like, I don't know. So I just think for him it would make more sense, as you say, to stay in Utah if the numbers are even close. But again, if it's a $5 million plus difference a year, get your bread, bro. Get your bread. I understand it. Like, I would not hate him at all. Even a little bit. Like, Donovan wanted to leave Utah. Again, that irked me. I talked about that like an hour and a half ago. That was annoying for me, but I get it at the same time. Gordon Hayward leaving Utah. Fuck you, Gordon Hayward. Zero respect. You'll never have respect for me. Ever. But Kessler, if he were to leave in this situation or get like signed and traded or whatever, I zero resentment for him. We were fucking horrible for all the years that you were here. We never gave you a true opportunity to compete. And the moment somebody offered you way more than we offer you, we're gonna get mad that you left us. Like, I wouldn't feel bad, you know. Kessler is going to get the bag if you don't work something out. I guess he can. Again, if he makes 33, 34, 35, 36, like if he's up there and we don't match it, that's better for us maybe. Again, we can have Nurkic now at 11 million and fill it up. Like, that's 30-something million that we could use somewhere else, allocate it somewhere else, put it in the Keontae contract, put it in the Ace contract. Maybe help us re-sign Lowry or Jaren or both in the future. Like, so no, I think even the worst case scenario is like, it's a win for us. Like, there's no worst case scenario. We don't end up bad. Nothing bad happens to us in this situation. Either A, we get Walker at a good price. B, we get Walker at a not a great price and we can trade him in the future. C, we get Walker Kessler, or we trade Walker Kessler in a sign and trade. Or C, we lose him completely and we have a ton of salary cap over the next 2 years that we've needed. Like, I just don't think there's a really, really bad outcome for us in this situation. So again, if you want to jump in here or jump in my comments and be like, ha ha ha, Jazz are gonna lose Kessler, go ahead and rewatch that clip. Like, I'm not really worried about it. I'd like to have him around. I'd like to see how the offense and defense and everything can roll with him, but not worried. We need somebody who sets screens and passes. You're right, we do. Good thing Kessler does that. You know? It's crazy. It's like he does that. Is he an amazing passer? No, but like, I don't think any center is, unless your name's Jokic. Or Cat, maybe. Like, I don't know, man. I love your whole, like, Jalen Duren, like, fucking promotion here, but I'm not paying him 40+ million when you can get Kessler for 30 to 35, and you're out here being like, nah, dude, we should have Duren over Kessler. He's a better player. Like, we're paying Markkanen 50-something, or 50, a little under 50. We're paying Jaren 50. Keontae's going to be making 40. Ace is going to be making 40. Like, why would you want Duren's 40-something? I just don't get it, dude. There's no bang for your buck there, bro. Disagree with me if you want, but like, The Kessler marketing chemistry is more valuable than getting a new player like Duren. Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, Daniel. Great point. Where chemistry is a big factor here. I don't know what Duren would provide for our locker room. Also, I'm not a huge, like, researching Jalen Duren guy, so I don't know how great of a guy he is. I bet he's a stud, really nice, family man, whatever. But, like, I'd rather have Markkanen in our locker room, knowing everybody, knowing the offense and everything, than getting Duren, bringing him in, and bringing a new piece. Like, I just, no. No. You can think about it, Carl, but no. With Duren, you can play 5 out, and that's the best way to beat Wemby. I don't think there is that massive of a difference, especially against the Spurs, between a 5 out or a 4 out offense. Again, we're talking offense here. Okay? Because defensively, that's not how you're going to operate against Victor. Like, at all. You're going to be like, oh no, let's spread out everybody and get our center guarding him on the perimeter. That's not how we're going to do it. So your whole idea is like how we're going to operate with him offensively. You also have to like take into account how that is going to work defensively. So again, Jalen Duren's a good defensive player. There's no issue there. But like, I just don't think that your whole like 5 out argument offensively against Victor, like how much of a point difference would, again, we're using the Spurs situation here. Do you really think that having Jalen Duren against the Spurs would be better than having Kessler and Markkanen? You know what I mean? I don't like it. I don't like it, man. You gotta assume Kessler gets 40. Kessler's not getting 40, dude. Are you... Carl, no offense, man. There's one of two options here. Either A, you're not a Jazz fan at all, which I'm fine with. If you're here, dude, shout out, bro. Or B, you're one of the most casual Jazz fans I've ever seen. You could watch any piece of content about Kessler from any Jazz anything, really any ESPN anything, for the last 6 months plus, since the whole Walker Kessler saga happened. And, like, no one's going to be like, he's making 40. After the injury, people were like, is he going to be able to make 25? And then now it's been like, you know, will he get 27 to 30? And then people start looking into it like, oh, okay, like 30 plus makes a lot of sense. 40 is insane, bro. Like 40 is insane. Like, let me go through the amount of fucking centers that make 40 plus. Centers in NBA that make more than 40 AAV in 2026, 27. It's a good question, dude. Also, fucking way too many zeros in 2000. Doesn't matter. So obviously gonna be the superstars here. Yeah, dog. Here's the list of centers that all make over 40 million a year. Okay, you tell me if Kessler deserves to be near any of these guys. Okay, you ready? Nikola Jokic, Anthony Davis, Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, Bam Adebayo, and Domantas Sabonis. And there's a solid argument here that Anthony Davis doesn't even play the 5, Karl Anthony Towns only plays the 5 half the time, and Bam Adebayo does whatever the fuck he wants on offense because he's the greatest offensive player ever. So, brother, 40 million a year for Kessler is insane. And so that's why I don't understand that you want Jalen Duren for 40 a year for 5 years? Or 40? No, dude. You got to look at all these contracts holistically here. I love these guys. They're all amazing. Salary cap goes up by percentages year by year. I think it's like 6% every year or something. Goes up every year. I'm not willing to pay Duren over 40, and I think he's better than Kessler. I agree with you. So why would I pay Kessler 40 plus? What do you mean? Dude, who you think is guarding Wemby or Jokic or Cat? Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's just if we're losing Kessler, because your argument was losing Kessler and Markkanen, who the fuck is guarding Jokic or Wemby or Cat? You think Duren, Jackson, and Nurkic? Because like none of them can play the 3, so we're losing a 3 there. You're putting Ace there, so Ace doesn't help us with big bodies with Victor at all defensively. So now you've got Duren at the 5 and Jackson at the 4. That's fine, but if the argument's like Victor Wembanyama, give me Markkanen, give me Kessler, give me Jackson over the other two. Like, I don't know, Carl. I love the conversation. This is super fun, but brother, I'm assuming he's going to get 40. He's not going to get 40, dude. If he gets 40, dude, I don't know what I'll do. Frankly, I don't know what I'll do. Like, ice bucket challenge. Like, I don't know. You guys can let me know. If he gets 40 from anybody, like, unless it's a 1-year deal, like a 1 year 40 million or 1 year 39.5, like, that may be somehow. I don't know. But if it's a 3+ year contract, he's not making 40 a year, dog. Unless it's like so front heavy, where it's like 40 million the first year, then it's 22 the next year, then it's 8 the next. Like, general AAV over a 3+ year contract, he's not getting 40, dude. No, I don't think he's getting over 35. But I love Kessler. He's a good player. He's young, so anything can happen. I don't know. Why would it matter if another team makes a big offer? What team I'm fan? You said he was better than Duren, and Duren is going to get 40. You forgot the best part. Bailey starts no drama. We'll continue this. I did not say that he was better than Duren. You can go back and rewatch it, and in fact, you can go back. I don't know what stream it was a couple weeks ago when I talked about this and where I ranked all the centers. I don't have Kessler higher than Duren. I do believe Duren is better. Again, you said he's all NBA. He's made an all-star team. All that. He's younger. I do believe Duren is better. But your argument was to sign and trade Markkanen to Detroit for Duren and then send or let Kessler walk to the Lakers. So your argument is not Kessler versus Duren. That's not the argument here. I would agree with you. Would you rather have Duren or Kessler? If it's the same price tag, you'd rather have Duren. But if Duren's going to be making 40+ a year like people were expecting or that his camp wants, you'd rather have Kessler, who's 1 to 2 spots lower than him, for $15 million cheaper. That's my argument. It's not who's better. And if it is who's better, I agree with you, Dern's better. There's no argument with that, bro. You forgot the best part. Bailey starts no drama. I agree with you, but also, like, I don't want to sound like an anti-Jazz fan here, but I don't know if you remember watching the 2025 draft, but he had a lot of drama around him. Now, he's dispelled all that in the last 12 months. I don't think Ace has any drama to him. But if drama's your worry, bro, Ace comes with a lot of drama. Walker does not come with that. As I said, Walker wants to make as much money as he can. That's not drama. James Harden going, fucking trade me somewhere because you won't pay me. That's drama. That's not what Walker's doing. Walker is going, hey, man, my wife said that she, like, only likes me a little bit, and she's like, if you can go find another woman that likes you more, enjoy it. And so I'm just going to see if there's a woman that loves me. And if nobody loves me, then I'm all right to go back to the one that kind of loves me. You know what I mean? That's kind of what he's doing here. That's how restricted free agency works. So you do you, bro. I don't think there's any drama surrounding the fact that he wants to make more money. If he's looking out for himself and his family and his future family and all that, I cannot consider that drama. And if you think that's drama, then you would hate to see most of my rants. Shit, bro. So why wouldn't you want to upgrade the center? Like I said, I believe Kessler is going to get the bag. I don't, dude. That's where we're wrong. We're disagreeing here, Carl. I don't, like, again, if you think he's going to be making anywhere near Jalen Duren, Sabonis, Bam, Cat, Joel, or Jokic, you can get back to me, man. You can go ahead and get back to me. I just don't see it. It's just that simple, dude. It's whatever, man. You let me know, Carl. You let me know, dude. Lakers can offer Kessler 44, and if the Jazz match, they just pivot to LeBron. The only loss is Kennard. I mean, you're talking about Luke Kennard, but I don't know. Luke Kennard and Rui. For sure, Kessler gets the bag. Oh. Man, Carl, I hope we can have this discussion whenever Kessler does sign his deal, whatever it may be. Dude. Again, if you think Kessler makes $44 million AAV from the Lakers, if you believe that that does in fact happen, like, please send me your sources, or like where you think this like thought came from, or like if this is just you thinking this up, bro. Because again, if it happens for him, awesome. I'm not one to be like mad about that kind of stuff. If I'm wrong, I am the most open to being wrong about anything. You go back to any of my stuff ever, dude. If I'm wrong, fucking I will laugh about it. Be like, well, fucking look at my dumbass. Everything I've read, everything I've heard, everything the last like 9 to 10 months. If Kessler makes over 35 to 37, I would be baffled. Oh my God, it'd be insane. There's a reason we offered him 5 years for 27.5 or 28.5. I don't remember what it was. You think he's going to be making 16 million more than that? And when we made that offer, everybody was like, that's a fair offer. It's probably a low ball in a little bit, but like, it's fair. You think he's going to be making 16 more from the Lakers? If he does, please take that contract, Walker. Please, dude. Oh my God. Like, I want that for anybody, and I hope my worst enemy could get that kind of luck. 16 million more? No. No. You think he's going to be making 14 million more than Jared Allen? Hello? Dude, like, I just, like, that's 30, like, that's 29% or 32% more than Jared Allen. Like, no, dude. Let's think logistically here. If he's making anywhere near that money, goodbye, Walker. Have fun in LA or wherever the fuck it is. We're going to fill that need somewhere else with $3 million. Like, as I said, they lose Kennard and Rui. It's logical. It's inevitable. You're pretty naive if you don't think they would do that. It's too late, dude. I should end the stream. What the fuck is going on here? I don't want to be mean, dude. I'm not a mean... I try not to be mean. I try to be, like, really, like, understanding and, like... Not even, like, debatey, but, like... If you think I'm naive for believing a team wouldn't offer Walker Kessler $44 million AAV on a 3+ year contract, if that makes me naive, fuck, bro, you should hear my general NBA takes. Oh my god, you would hate it, dude. Oh, that's crazy, dude. First time viewer, love the content, brother. You super smart. I appreciate you, Daniel. What a polar opposite comment, dude. This guy says I'm naive and don't know shit, and then Daniel's out here making me feel good. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate you, man. As I said, I've been rambling here for hours at this point. But we do this every night, pretty much every night. So I appreciate you, Daniel. Every night I do my nightly shout out of the boys that I like, the channels that I like, and then my own general shout out. So like, I do appreciate you, Daniel. You'll get my general stuff in a bit. Well, let's move on. You're right, Daniel. Let's move on, dude. You're right. Ugh. But yeah, dude, it's that's how it goes, dude. In fact, it's not even let's move on, Daniel. I like this. That's what I'm here for. I'm on here to get like general people's opinions and then like jump in, because you can watch back my general streams the last like 2 months since I've been doing this. If there's nobody in here, if I'm streaming early at night, I'm just like watching videos and talking about it. But the idea here is to be like on this screen. Like, this screen's fine. This is cool. This is awesome. But I'd like to be sitting here looking at chat right here and be just like talking about Jazz stuff. That's what I'm really wanting to do here. So the fact that Carl's doing this, I do actually appreciate it. I know he calling me naive wasn't great, but like I also haven't been the nicest in responding to him. So, you know, it goes both ways. It's very even. So like, again, I appreciate the conversation, Carl. Don't think that I'm like anti what you're saying. Like, I am anti what you're saying. I disagree with what you're saying, but I do appreciate the discussion and conversation for sure. So if Kessler gets the bag, you just lose him for nothing, then that's what will happen, in my opinion. Again, as I said, worst case scenario, I don't... Let's see, the bottom line, Jazz will destroy next year. Hell yeah, Daniel, that is correct. Let's see. Yeah, you're right, that is the worst case scenario, Carl. But I think I'm repeating myself here. I've said it a few times. Maybe I haven't. I don't know. I think I've said it a few times now. Worst case scenario is he walks and makes 36 plus, 35 plus from the Lakers. You're saying 44, which is insane. But let's say he makes something, you know, some other team offers him something and we don't match it, and we don't even sign and trade him. We don't do anything like that. We've got a lot of money in salary cap that we can now spend, and the salary cap goes up by whatever it is every year. And so we won't have that money under contract for 5 years. So like, worst case scenario is our team has more financial flexibility to pay our young guys over the next 4 years. So like, you're right. Worst case scenario is our chances of winning a championship next year go from whatever it is, 5%. I don't know the betting odds. It's probably not that high. They go from fucking, let's say it's 5%. They go from 5% to 1%. So you tell me we're probably not going to win a championship to probably not winning a championship. But we also have more financial flexibility. Like, it's... I don't get it, man. Worst case scenario is we have more financial flexibility. Best case scenario is we get Walker Kessler on a deal. And then mid case scenario is we can either get him on a decent contract or we get him on a contract that's tradable. I love the trolling of it all and being like, haha, we're gonna lose him for nothing. Like, I just... This isn't free agency, this is restricted free agency in a world where we have stars upcoming. You know what I mean? Like, there's a reason the Celtics are open to moving Jaylen Brown, finals MVP right now. And if you think it's all because of locker room stuff, that's only going to be part of it. It's probably because he's making $60 million a year, brother. It might be because the Celtics are like, how the fuck are we going to pay him and Tatum and then build around them for the next decade. Sometimes teams get rid of players for salary cap reasons. So him leaving us, I don't think would hurt us. Would it suck? I'd love to see this team together and see how they operate? Yes. But if it's for the cost of paying Walker above 36 or plus million, no. Let's roll out something else, bro. I don't know. Let's see. If he gets 44, I would match. That's why I would try to work out a sign and trade. Bro, Carl, bro. You're really stuck on this 44, man. You really think he's making 40 to 44 million, dude? Like, let me Google it, man. Let's see what AI has to say. I don't know. What is Walker Kessler contract expectations? I don't know, man. All right, let's read it, shall we, boys? Walker Kessler is in a contract standoff with the Utah Jazz, having rejected their reported 5-year, $140 million extension. And in fact, it was lower than that. It was like 137.5, so it was even more of a low ball. As one of the league's elite young rim protectors, Kessler's camp is seeking a deal closer to $30 million or more annually. $30 million or more. So, that's from his camp, right? That's from the Salt Lake Tribune, who I think would have communications with his camp if they needed to. 30 or, big word, or more. Meaning like, yo, if you can give me like 31, 32, bro, I'm on board. So the 44 that you're thinking of would like, I can't even name the things that I would like maybe do if that happened. Like, I don't. It would be such a mistake from whatever organization that offered him 40 plus. Like, that GM would get fired. It'd be a Nico Harrison situation in a year. Like, if it was the Lakers, for example, they'd be like, oh, sick. We got Luka. We got Reeves. We got Kessler. Who else do we want? Oh, we want that guy? We can't afford him. We'd be in the second apron. Well, I'd like to get that guy for the MLE. Oh, we can't use the MLE? Oh, because we're in the second apron. Oh. Interesting. Okay. That's how it would fucking go. So, again, it sounds fun. Like, I do think Walker Kessler's worth a lot of money. He's a great kid, great player, great age, everything. Any GM that's paying a starting center that can't hit threes $40 million or more, and he's not an all-star, and not an all-NBA player, and not a top defensive candidate, not a most improved player, not a clutch player, like, you let me know in the comments, boys. Let me know if I'm the crazy one here, bro. I don't know. Let's see. Dude, I'd have to be hospitalized if Jazz made it to the finals next year. Not sure how I'll be able to handle it. Super excited. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, worst case scenario is, like, we don't make the finals next year. Which I think is already the, like, expectation. Like, we'd like to make a good run in the playoffs. But, like, Like, I think we're in the same position right now that the Mammoth are in. And I don't think, like, if you told me the Mammoth weren't going to win the Stanley Cup next year, I wouldn't be like, what, dude? No, we're so good. We're, like, ready to compete now. I'd be like, nah, dude. We're like, if we can make it to the second round of the playoffs next year, that'd be, like, a win. We're moving up. That's how I feel about the Jazz, dude. Let's make the playoffs. Let's compete. It'd be fun. And then next summer, we can work on the Keontae contract and start building from there. But, like, if the worst case scenario is that we won't make the finals, nothing changes in my fucking head, dude. Like, zero. As I said, if anything, it's like financial flexibility, dude. Yay. I don't know. Yes, imagine if we don't match Lakers, get him for free. Imagine if we don't match Lakers, get him for free, and your instant reaction is you would let him walk, so you haven't really thought it out. I have. What? Yes, first off, if you don't think that I've thought it out at all, which I would like to hope some of the people watching right now, some of the 8 people and other people, whether it's Daniel, other people, I'd like to think that I've showcased that I've thought it out A little bit. I've had a little bit of a thought about it. This isn't just like off the top of the dome. Like, you know, I think my numbers are pretty accurate. Like, it's almost like I've like been listening and reading and fucking learning about this topic of Walker Kessler contract for the last like 8 or 9 months. Doesn't matter. Let's ignore that. Let's just ignore the possibility of that being anything. Just assume that you're right. I haven't thought it out. I don't know anything. Imagine we don't match. Lakers get him for free. Again, that's not free. That's $40+ million a year for your salary cap. So no, the Lakers would not get him for free. They'd actually have to, as you said, lose Kennard and Rui and LeBron. So no, they wouldn't get him for free. So let's also dispel that, but let's also assume that I have not thought it through, and they would get him for free for some reason. Let's just assume both of those things, okay? My instant reaction would let him walk. You're right, dude. You're right. If I hadn't thought it through, and the Lakers offered him or got him for free, I would be wrong for like letting him walk. That would be wrong. But that's not the fucking world we live in, dude. That's not the world we live in, bro. First, they would get him, and then they wouldn't have to give up picks. I don't think you understand what the word free means, bro. What do you... I already know I would match a max offer, dude. Whatever, dude. We're done with this conversation. We're at 2.5 hours, over 2.5 hours. We're going to wrap it up, dude. I appreciate the conversation, Carl, but I don't want to make Spencer or anybody else watch it back tomorrow. Watch 3 hours of the shit, which I'm sure we'll get to by the time I'm shouting everybody out and everything. So, yeah, man, I hope to have you come back on tomorrow's stream and give your opinion on that kind of stuff again so we can sit here and talk. But, if you're willing to offer Walker Kessler over 35 to 36 million a year, you're a horrible GM and a bad basketball fan. And if you would match it, you're also a horrible GM and a bad basketball fan. Sorry? Like, call me crazy, man. Crazy Carl over here. JK Carl. Yeah, dude. Carl, that's your new nickname, dude. You're Crazy Carl. I appreciate you for being here, having fun, giving me topics, as I've said. But, like, bro, I hope you can, like, watch more of my streams and be here for enough stuff. Or, like, I don't know, enough to realize that, like, I don't really talk about something unless I've thought about it. You know? And if I don't, I'm going to be, like, so specific. Like, what? Let me Google it. Let me figure it out. Like, I'm not one to sit here and be like, I'm going to talk to you about cumulonimbus clouds, even though I don't fucking know anything about clouds or meteorology. Or like, I'm not going to do that to you. I'm only going to talk about the Walker Kessler contract because I've done enough fucking thought about it. I've done enough research, dude. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if I need to look like a fucking fanboy here, but if you want me to pull up David Locke's fucking podcast and scroll up, and you're like, oh shit, he's watched fucking like 80+% of every one for the last fucking like 7 years. Like, I know generally, or whether it's KSL Sports, Ben Anderson, fucking Scott Gerard, Chandler Holt, fucking name it, dude. When it comes to like jazz shit, I think I do enough of my own research, dude. If you wanna debate me about the Indiana Pacers, go for it, dude. I know TJ McConnell, and that's about it, bro. Like, I don't know, dude. What do I get if you're wrong? When you're wrong? Fucking, I don't know. What do I get when I'm right? That's like, I don't want anything from you if I'm right. So I don't understand why you, a random person on the internet, would want something from me. What you'll get if you're wrong, or if you're right and I'm wrong, is a fucking crazy reaction, dude. Imagine, if Kessler signs for anything above that with another team, I will most certainly be streaming very quickly after that, within a couple hours, being like, yeah, bro, look at my dumb ass, dude. Me and like everybody else in the world thought Kessler would be getting around 30 to 33, and he's making 44 from the Lakers. You'll for sure get that reaction, and I will be making myself look like a bigger dumbass than you ever could. So that's what you'll get. Again, I make this like point as much as I can. Daniel, you're new here. Again, we've been at like 8 viewers plus. Like, clearly we're gonna have some new viewers here tonight. I am so unapologetically like, I don't fucking care what you think about me. So like, if you're like, I'm gonna get you with a haha, you were dumb, Kessler signed for 44. I think everything I've said, I still hold true. Everything, dude. If he makes 40 million plus a year, thank God we didn't match that. Holy fuck! Like, I don't know, man. But that's just what it is in general, dude. In general. So the only way he gets signed to an offer sheet, Jazz easily match, is if they work out a sign and trade, a sing and trade specifically. If they don't work out one out, he gets 44 and you're stuck. That's, I mean, it's not like grammatically horrific. I've seen worse things to read, but like I don't fully understand what that is. So the only way he gets signed to an offer sheet, Jazz easily match, is if they work out a sign and trade. If they don't work one out, he gets 44 and you're stuck. Bro, as I've said, if he gets offered that much, we're not going to match it. Anything that we match will either be A, something we would like to hold on to long term and we're okay with having that contract, or B, we're trading that contract. It's a tradable contract, anywhere from 30 to 36-ish. If he's making that big of a number, I keep saying 36 plus, I can maybe see us maybe matching at like 36, 37, 38, maybe for the trade kind of situation. But like, I disagree they match 44. I agree with you. They don't match 44. Not even, You get credit for believing. Hey man, again, I would like, it is hard. It's hard for like to have this kind of a debate back and forth with you, Carl, because like you get everything about me. Like, I'm very clearly a man in his mid-20s that like is like a little rambly, a little like bipolar, you know what I mean? Like, you have everything to go off of. I just have a name and a blue logo, so like I don't really know what I'm conversating here with. So like, again, bro, this could be a 12-year-old that like doesn't really know NBA or basketball, and they're just like throwing numbers out there. So like, I don't know what I'm debating with. I'm debating with a fucking wall, I think, like that meme where the guy's like talking to a wall. That's kind of how I feel. So it's kind of hard for me to be like, nah, dude, fucking, there's no chance that they match that. Like, whatever you're thinking, bro, I don't think I'm gonna be able to change your mind, and I don't think that should be my goal here. I just think if you're going to say that I don't think things through, or that I'm naive, or whatever you've been saying the last like 12 messages, I'm going to at least give you my point. I'm going to try to show that I'm not naive and I fucking know what I'm talking about here. Again, there's a lot of shit. We'll shout out my shit here in a minute. There's a lot of stuff that I do not know what the fuck I'm talking about, and I talk about it for fun. The Utah Jazz is the one thing in my life. In fact, I should say two things, Philadelphia Eagles, but like the one thing in my life that I know very comfortably what I'm talking about, how I'm talking about it, when I'm talking about it, is the Utah Jazz. So, love you, Carl. Great conversations, brother. But again, Kessler for 44. If I have to convince you otherwise, we can come back in a couple weeks and see who's smart. I don't know. You're the one taking your platform to throw insults my way, and like you said, you don't even know me. And if you don't know me, then you don't know shit. Bro, again, you're the one who came at me saying I was naive. You're the one saying that I don't know shit. And the moment I go, hey bro, I don't know what I'm talking to, I feel like I'm talking to a wall, you're saying I'm insulting you? I'm the whatever, bro. Whatever, Carl. You have a good night, dude. We're not going to reply to you at this point. It's been a fun, like, hour and a half debate. I thought I was being cordial. Everybody back that's either watching live or watching back tomorrow, you can let me know. I thought I was kind of cordial, a little debatey, but, like, if this was a presidential debate, people would be like, why is this guy so civil? So, like, I think in general, I've been all right. Compared to, like, again, somebody on the internet telling me that I'm naive and I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to a Walker Kessler contract situation. You do you, man. You do you. But you're right. I don't know you, and I don't know shit about the Jazz or the Walker Kessler situation. I appreciate you for watching, brother. Hope to see you back on a different day. But yeah, dude. Good conversations, boys. That was fun. Walker Kessler making 40 plus, not fucking happening. Not happening. But yeah. We could get back to the Twitter scrolling here. That was a good hour of just absolute debate, conversation, back and forth and back and forth. So, again, whoever's watching it back, I hope you had fun. But yeah, dude, Nerd posted this, dude. State of Utah, back in Utah, whatever. And then this fucking GIF has been going everywhere, dude. The fucking Jazzman shit. Darren Peterson posted that. Because Darren Peterson's dog, I should pull up his Instagram at some point. He has an Instagram for his dog. He posted a picture of him walking his dog. And then Darren commented on that Instagram post with this, Jazzman. So, you're going to be seeing that post everywhere for the next whatever. NBA shoulders, says Ben Anderson. Ugh. Very nice, dude. Very nice. Guess we can call it quits. We'll do our nightly shoutouts, but that's it, dude. Oh, we'll reply one more time, dude. You haven't thought about it, that's all. You haven't thought about it, that's all. That's okay. I can't be crazy if I'm right, and I can't be wrong. Alright, bro. That's enough, dude. Carl. How do I put this? I don't want to send the wrong message to, like, everybody else that's watching this, because, like, I hope you guys have, like, thought I'm at least somewhat entertaining, even if what I'm saying you don't think is accurate at all, and you think I'm naive like he does. So I hope what I say here doesn't, like, fully dispel you from, like, ever watching my stuff ever again, you know, or, like, turning off the stream right now. But if you believe, Carl, that you cannot be wrong, I'd prefer you not to be in my chat, frankly, ever again. Sorry. If you're coming into my chat, coming into my stream, trying to talk about stuff, and you say that you can't be wrong and you cannot be crazy, then I don't think we can have civil discourse. Because anything in this world, doesn't matter what the fuck it is, I am open to being wrong about it and open to the idea of being crazy about something. And I think that's a pretty civilized, human, realistic realism perspective. And that's what I think I'd like to have in my community here. So, again, that's your problem, not mine. Yeah, dude. So if you want to come in here and have the world's biggest ego that I've maybe ever seen from a dude whose name is Carl, have a good one, man. Have a great day. Anybody else that is watching, that is viewing, the 11 people now, that is open to having fun discourse and talking about maybe being wrong about stuff and thinking it's fun to conversate, hang out, dude. Hang out any day you want, brother. You should just ban me. No, dude. I'm not petty. And you can watch my content all the time. As I've said it many times, dude. All publicity is good publicity, dude. You sitting here commenting, or you fucking commenting on the stream afterwards, like, fucking, it's only good for me, man. So, thanks for hanging out. As I said, dude, we'll get back to not talking to Carl, but funny shit, man. I think I've determined that you're an older person, not a younger person, because, like, you don't get it. You don't get social media at all, dude. Like, if you were, like, feel free to go follow my Twitter and comment mean stuff on every post I do. Like, please do. Like, call me a skinny, redheaded, fucking piece of shit, racial slur, like, whatever you want, dude. Comment on my shit and, like, boost it. I don't know, man. Like, you're funny, Carl. You're a funny guy. I don't think you understand who I am at all. Like, again, we're gonna shout out my stuff here in a minute. You can go through my stuff and you're like, oh, this is what I'm dealing with. An ape on a rock that's hurling through infinity. That's what I'm talking to here. Like, there's no winning with me. There's no losing with me. There's only, like, That's all you're gonna get, bro. But have a good night, Carl, dude. I'm not gonna ban you. I hope, again, to see you hating in my comments tomorrow and the night after. And the night after. I hope I can become your vice, man. I hope your horrible life, whether it's the lack of, like, family, or your hatred politically, or your hatred towards other people, or your disability, or, like, whatever it is in life that's, like, really, like, making you mad, brother. Oh, I hope that I can be that release for you. Because, like, if I'm not making you laugh, or giving you, like, knowledge for the Jazz, I pray to God I'm at least, like, giving you some kind of release, or, like, making your life even a little bit better by, like, helping you get the anger out. I don't know, dog. Fucking, but Carl, brother, I don't think you can come in here and be saying what you're saying without being either a teenager or like a kid trying to be like funny, or you're just like an angry old person or like middle-aged person. Because if you're anything from like 18 to like 40 and you're acting like this, your parents did a really fucking bad job, dude. Like, I don't. Hopefully some of y'all can agree with me here. Like, I just like, if you're acting like that, calling people naive on the internet and saying that I can't be crazy and that I can't be wrong. Just a weird like mindset to have. Like, your environment growing up had to have been fucking crazy. I don't know. Couldn't imagine having that big of an ego, dude. I can't be wrong and I can't be crazy. You heard it here first, dude. Make that my quote, dude. I'm gonna put that in my bio, dude. Fucking Zachary Roy. I can't be wrong and I cannot be crazy. Congrats, bro. Congrats. I hope you tell your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your fucking cellmate, whatever it is for you, brother. I hope you do tell them all the time, and I hope they're convinced that you can't be wrong and you cannot be crazy. Because, bro, if I found a girl that couldn't be wrong, couldn't be crazy, God, I'd be in love, bro. She'd be the greatest. So I hope that that's what you are for your spouse, brother. But yeah, dude, that's it, dude. We're at 3 hours almost. We're gonna call it quits. We're gonna wrap it up here. We'll shout out the boys first, dude. We'll shout out the boys and then me, as we do every night. Oh, we crashed. What happened? What happened? Oh no. Oh no, are we back? We're back. Oh, we're back. Stream crashed, or my computer crashed. That happens sometimes, boys. That happens sometimes. Now Carl's just gonna be mean to me, dude. Oh, your computer crashed. I'm sorry that I've got fucking 2 monitors and fucking 3 light. Like, I don't know, dude. Computer has bugs sometimes. But yeah, dude. Nice little crash there. Hope you guys appreciate it. I think the screen probably went green for you for a second. I think that's what happens there. But so apologies, dude. If I stream for 3 hours, there might be a crash for 15 seconds every once in a while. I don't know. But yeah, as we were saying, we will shout out the boys. We will start out with T-Talk, dude. Ty and Talon, great dudes. They do a podcast every Wednesday and then live streams. Podcasts every bi-weekly on Wednesdays and then live streams on the weeks in between. So give them a listen. Great dudes. Ty was in here earlier. Jade, his sister, was in here earlier. I think she makes the thumbnails or whatever. But shout out to them. Ty and Talon, great dudes. They're going to be doing more content next week. So shout out to them. They're available on everything. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TikTok, X, Instagram, everything. And then lastly, we'll shout out to the Jazzman, dude. Spencer was in here earlier. Shout out to the Jazzman. They do new episodes, again, every weekend, every Thursday, or every Saturday. Could be Sundays, but every weekend. They are available, again, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, and X. So give them a follow on everything at Jazzman Podcasts. They're up to 93 subs, and T-Talk is up to 80, dude. So shout out to the boys. They have grown substantially over the last week or so. I think, again, we can look at the views here. Jasmine's podcast from Wednesday is already 600 views, so they're rolling. And again, 93 subs. I'll have to look back at the streams like last week or so when we were shouting them out. Spencer, you can let me know in the comments. Been a hell of a week for them. So shout out to the Jazzman. Again, follow them on everything. Them and T-Talk. They're great dudes. Then yeah, dude, that's pretty much it. My stuff is obviously in the description below. My Twitter, dude. As I said, dude, if you want to just be mean to me, I guess, on my Twitter posts, like, go for it. I get literally like 0 fucking engagement at all on Twitter. So I'll take any. Like, I don't know, man. Insult me, I guess. Call me a fucking... I don't know, there's a guy that called me a twink a couple weeks ago. I don't know if that's offensive. Like, eventually, I'm sure at some point that'll be considered like the F word, and I can't say that. But like, he called me that, and I was like, fucking thanks. I don't know. Like, I don't know if you guys are aware, but gay people maybe have the most, like, the best fashion sense out there, arguably. So calling me gay is just saying that, like, you're like a pretty, like, fashionable person. So thanks. I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. But yeah, so feel free to comment mean things on my Twitter. People have done that throughout the month or so. So do that. Cheers, brother. Need a new jazz friend again. Love and appreciate the content. I love and appreciate you, Daniel. Thanks for hanging out, man. It's been a long night. Again, I'll keep shouting my stuff out here, but like, typically, I stream pretty early in the morning, anywhere from like midnight to like 2 a.m. So I do not expect people to be here all the time. This is mostly for people to like watch the next day. Mainly what it is. But I do stream like Mondays, Tuesdays, Sundays. I do not work those days, so I try to stream a little earlier like I did tonight. But typically I do stream a little early or a little earlier in the morning, later in the night. But I'm trying to get that figured out over the next couple months. So that might change. But as of right now, don't expect like super watchable live streams, Daniel. But I do appreciate you watching and hanging out, man. But yeah, again, Twitter's down below. It's just, or X, whatever you want to call it. It's just an option for you guys to follow if you want. It's all jazz stuff. It's only jazz content. Like, again, you'll get the occasional like Eagles post maybe from me, or Mammoth stuff will definitely be on there. But like, it's Utah sports, pretty much jazz only. So that's an option for you if you don't want to only follow me on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter. And I'll pull up the YouTube here. I should have done that first. Shout out, dude. We got 2 subs tonight, so I appreciate you guys. Whoever they are. In fact, might have been 3. Might have been 103. Doesn't matter. I do appreciate the new subs. All the people that are watching. Again, smash sub down below. I'm live pretty much every night, every day. And if you're not able to be here live, the content is available to be watched the next day or the day later. Just general stuff like that. I'm not live every night. Again, like I missed last night because my internet was down, and I missed the night before. But like in general, it's like 6 nights a week. Is kind of how I operate here. So. Do expect that if you like jazz content. Smash like, goes a long way. I don't know how many likes we're at right now. I should look at, but most streams that I get more likes get more views. That's how it goes. So likes go a long way. Comments go a long way. We'll do the comment shout out here at the very end, but comments go a long way. And again, Twitter's down below. My TikTok I should pull up, but I could care less. My TikTok is also linked down below, but I don't use TikTok. Again, I'm not in the age range of people that uses TikTok at all. So, but it's an option. If you don't use Twitter or something, you can follow me on TikTok. I just post like stream highlights really at this point. So, but I'm there if you want to message me. I appreciate you, Daniel. I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out tonight, dude. Good stuff. Yeah, if you guys have not seen, that happened twice tonight. It has not happened in like a month and a half. But you do sub, or at least I think your account has to be public. Because I obviously gained a lot of subs. So like 50-something subs since I started. But if you're a public account or whatever, and you sub while I'm streaming, dude, you get that sick-ass Larry Markkinen big-ass shotgun that look like Larry Markkinen. So that's fun, dude. Fun little pop-up. But that's it, dude. Yeah, TikTok's down below. If you don't have any other social, you can follow me there. And then I will keep saying this, my Instagram is also down below. It's not jazz only shit. My TikTok, my Twitter, my YouTube is only jazz content. My Instagram is me trying to be funny, okay? So it's only there for people that like don't want to like follow me on like other stuff. You know what I mean? Like if you don't have a Twitter or if you don't have a TikTok or like, but you still want to follow me on something other than YouTube and you only have Instagram, that's an option. But I'm just warning you now, it's not jazz only. My other stuff is. My Instagram's like, again, you can pull up my Instagram, it's linked down below. It's, look at my reels. Like, I'm just trying to be funny. Yeah, you can look at my highlights. Like, they're all very, like, labeled very specifically. Like, again, like, I say this a lot. I'll be specific until I don't have to. I know this is going to be crazy to say in Utah, okay? If you leave, if you unfollow, I apologize. Politically, I am left-leaning middle, independent. I'm not a liberal, hardcore, but, like, I lean left politically. Religiously, I'm agnostic. I am open to whatever. I don't believe in a God, but I don't not believe in a God. I'm open to whatever. So, with all that in mind, you can go to my Instagram, and you can click on whatever you want to click on. It's all labeled very clearly. Don't say I did not warn you, okay? That's my warning. You know how I operate with those kind of parameters. View my Instagram going forward however you want. Okay? That's my suggestion, and I'm going to keep making that suggestion until I don't have to. Because I'm afraid that one of these days, somebody's going to go to my Instagram and be like, oh my god, dude. Oh, he hates Donald Trump. Like, I'm warning you now, dude. I'm not a fan. Not a big fan. So, go to my Instagram with all that kind of stuff in mind. And maybe don't get mad at me when there's not jazz stuff only on there. Like, there is, but like, again, I'm gonna keep rambling there. That's That's my thing. If you want jazz stuff, do any other social. If you think I'm funny and entertaining, go to my Instagram. Okay? That's it, dude. We're gonna wrap it. If you made it to this point, we're about to hit 3 hours, so fun, I guess. There's no fucking way you're here at this point, Spencer. There's no chance. Or anybody that's watching. I would hope you're not at this point. But yeah, shout out to anybody that's watching live. The 6 viewers that are still hanging out at 1 a.m. I appreciate you. But yeah, that's it, dude. Like, comment, sub, follow, do everything. All the links are down below. Comment of the night, dude. What are we gonna do? Question of the night. We'll do. Do you think? What do you think Walker Kessler makes? What do you think his AAV will be? Let me know in the comments below. And if you don't want to give that answer, feel free to comment snow globe. In fact, if you comment snow globe in the comments, no ifs, no ands, no buts, no fucking doubt, no scam, 100% fact. $4 million will appear under your pillow tonight. Only if you comment snow globe. So go ahead, test it out. That's my recommendation, boys. Oh well, whatever, dude. Let me change the song. We'll end it here at the 3-hour mark. Absolutely beautiful. Bada bing, bada boom. Have a lovely night, everybody. I will see you again tomorrow, or today. It's 1 a.m., so later today. But I don't work, so I'm going to try to stream a little earlier. And it's been effective for me when I do, so I'll try to stream earlier. Yeah, that's it. Follow me on everything. Blah, 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 blah. I appreciate you. Mwah! Have a lovely night. Till the end. 'Cause I've been holding on to all the words that you said. And if I fall down, I get up again. 'Cause I've been holding on to all the words that you said. All the words that you said. All the words that you said. All the words that you Why don't we follow me, son? 'Cause honey, you and I are always on the run. Gonna be loving you, saying, why do we feed the fire when we can breathe the flame? So let me hold you till the end. 'Cause I've been holding on to all the words that you said. And if I fall down, I get up again. 'Cause I've been holding on to all the words that you said.